Welcome to the Bourbon Blend. I'm Courtney, and this amazing person next to me is Jay. And we're here tonight to discuss some amazing bourbon once again.
Of course we are. And I'd like to also discuss how great you are.
Oh, that's so sweet. Bleh.
No, I mean, I like you a lot.
I like you too.
I think one of the things I think makes our show fun is that we like each other a lot.
That is true. I was thinking today, actually, when I got out of the car in the garage, like how miserable it would be to come home from work every day and be empty nesters and then be like, man, I really don't want to go in this house. But it's like the opposite.
Oh.
I can't wait to get home.
Because you knew there was going to be tuna fish waiting for you.
Yeah. Exciting times.
I made you some delicious pork tacos yesterday.
Yes, you did. They were
pretty damn
amazing.
Good.
Yes. So we've got a lot of chat already going on tonight, Jay.
I know. I can't believe it.
Look at that.
We're almost to a dozen before we even really get going.
I mean, look at that. That's
Could
crazy.
says we loose the Kraken. That's right. Of course, Norman said something earlier, excuse me, before we even got on the air about how he's heard Ross dress for less a lot lately. He must be in a home with some gals.
I apologize. That sounds terrible.
What's wrong with that?
I mean, it's Ross dress for less. Like,
better than TJ Maxx dress for more.
I mean, that is true.
We've also got some other legends in here. O-Tag, Orange Taffy Like Anal, your cousin.
Yes.
From across the street. Runner24, who's been posting a lot on the new auburnsports.com.
That's right.
Over there. It ain't no...
Courtney Corner Music.
Courtney Corner Music.
Corny. That's what the kids call me. The kids call you
Corny. Yeah,
McCorney.
Also, Ravin is here with us. Kanuman, as I mentioned earlier.
Wow,
this is great. What a group.
What a starter here. I mean, this is amazing.
All right, today we're going to be...
And Maddie T joining in.
Oh, Maddie T, also known as our offspring.
Yes.
There she is, coming to us live from, as she told us, it is called Duluth.
Duluth.
D-A-L-O-O-F. Duluth, Georgia.
Yes.
We're going to be drinking Shortbarrel tonight.
Yes.
We've got a Shortbarrel. We've got an Old Fourth, which is actually owned by Shortbarrel.
Yes.
And then we've got a secret super duper third pour.
Yeah, from the Georgia area.
Although I think it's going to end up disappointing you.
And those people that have watched the show before know I'm normally a Kentucky snob about bourbon. So I am interested in trying this and seeing how it hits.
Wait, haven't you been to the distillery there?
No, I went to
ASW?
ASW.
Oh, I've ruined the fucking... Now I've ruined the surprise.
Now you did it. Good job, Jay.
There's Maddie, Duluth, Georgia. Interestingly, Mads, I haven't talked to you about this, but we were looking at a Reddit data thing the other day, and it showed that the only 2 counties in the entire southern United States, what I mean is like, the South, not Texas and shit. Mm-hmm. There's 2 counties in the entire southern United States that are have an Asian population that's higher than 15%, and you live in one of them.
I know, that's pretty cool.
That is pretty cool.
Yeah. How about that?
I happen to like Taiwan. I have a friend named Warren who's Taiwan. He's American, but he's of Taiwanese descent, and he's a badass. I like that guy a lot. Anyway, we're going to be doing some Shortbarrel. Mm-hmm. We also got a special pour. We've got some news to discuss. Some high-end bourbons that probably nobody on this channel is going to be drinking or seeing or touching.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And then we'll also do the famous Courtney's Corner.
Ah, gotcha.
Which this week... I don't know how I feel about your category this week. I thought it was...
Well, I don't really care how you feel about it because
so
it's not Jay's Corner. It's Courtney's Corner. So.
Let's see. Madison says the Asian food here pops off. We had a chance to go to a place that had revolving sushi, and guess what it was called?
Revolving Sushi Factory.
That's exactly what it was.
It was very inventive. I mean, at least you knew what you were getting there, right? It wasn't like you're shocked.
We were supposed to show a video, but I couldn't figure out how to get videos to show.
That's okay.
I'm going to work on that. But it was pretty rad because if you special order something, they put it on a train, like a bullet train, that zips out of the kitchen to your table and zips back. It's badass.
Well, I mean, a tiny little train like this big. I mean, Jay's like, it's a train from the kitchen. Like with a conductor. Like,
it's about this big. Right? Would it fit?
Jay, move along.
Move along. Okay, so I still have bourbon in my glass. Our pre-show pour was...
have a pre-show pour. Just some Buffalo Trace. Regular old Buffalo Trace. Got to wet the whistle. Got to get a little bourbon taste in your mouth before hitting it for a tasting.
What cracked me up is that Courtney drinks Buffalo Trace, which is super, super light. And she goes, no, it's hot tonight. I'm like...
No, I just said it. The first hit always is hot to me, no matter what it is. It's always a little hot. So anyway,
All right, on we go.
here we go.
On we go. Let me get over here to our graphic. I don't know why the intern hadn't put it up already. You want to start with short?
I want to start with short barrel.
Okay, we'll start with short barrel then. Here it is, the short barrel, toasted small batch.
Yes.
Easily accessible to most everyone in the Georgia, Florida area. There's one other place, maybe Tennessee, definitely not Alabama.
It's not in Alabama, no.
And we kind of got onto this because one of our friends at the Bunker Bourbon event
Yes.
knew one of the main guys behind
Yep.
this.
Just talking about it. Yep.
And so we were like, hey, we'll go ahead and snag some short barrels. So distilled in Kentucky, this is going to be MG. Hold on, this is, I can't remember if it says, oh yeah, this is Bardstown and Green River.
Okay.
Is the source on this. This is not MGP. Aged 4+ years, 94 proof, and 65 is what we paid for this at a semi-shady location by the Tesla charger.
Yeah, it was
Called like Brews and Barrels or
something like that. Yeah,
It's
I was
hot
like,
as
hey,
balls
why don't
in
we
here.
just hop in this place here because we're waiting for the Tesla to charge. And we went in and they'd only been open, like he said, like a month or something. And it looks like they'd only been open a month. But we decided to pick this up. And I'm interested in trying it because I kind of like the backstory of this new little company, Short Barrel. So,
Oh, you like the backstory? Okay.
I do.
You like back shots?
Okay.
Let's go ahead and pour a little bit of this short barrel.
Okay, let's do that.
Don Proper
Hey,
Dickin is
Don.
here.
Welcome.
He says breaker 19,
wait.
breaker 19.
Oh, that's pretty good now. That's pretty good pop.
Simulated cork?
Pretty good pop. Yeah. Yeah.
No. Are you sure?
No, it's a real cork, but it's very light. But that's okay. It's a very heavy bottle. It's got a very thick bottom. I like a thick bottom.
I do too. Nice rolling
Little
finish
pour.
there. I like the bottle.
I do like the bottom.
Short and stubby.
Yeah.
It's the way Courtney likes her men.
And I actually found out what a short barrel is.
Lay it on me.
This company doesn't do only short barrels, and a short barrel is one that where the angel share is over 50% of the barrel. So basically, they go and open it up, and it's like, oh, Nelly. This sucker's only half full because it's all evaporated. Well, half of it's evaporated. So that's what a short barrel is. But the company, Short Barrel, does not only use short barrels.
It's just a cool name.
Yeah, that's a cool name.
It's a funny hat.
Yeah.
They just recently changed their, I guess you call that the stickers.
Okay.
Short barrel used to be across the, a
Yeah,
diagonal.
I remember
Now
that,
it's like
yeah.
this. So new marketing or badging or I don't know what you call
Cheers to
it.
you.
Cheers to
Let's see
you,
if this
young lady.
smells.
All right, the nose smells like winning. Smells like hot chicks.
I think it's
like-
very pleasant on the nose. It's not
Smells
one of those
whimsical.
that knocking me off the chair like, ooh, I'm about to drink some liquid fire. It's not that. Now this is only 94 proof, so it should be a pretty easy drinker.
Again, toasted small batch. Toasted small batch. They gave some. I get this confused with the other one, Courtney.
It's a little astringent, but I'm getting some caramel now right after the first hit. Getting some caramel.
Minimum of 6 months and the toasted barrel finish.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm getting some late toasting, some late oaky, I guess maybe.
The toasted barrel
Something
is
like
from
that?
Kelvin. The Kelvin Cooperage.
Okay.
Probably got a little alligator action inside, young lady. Not as astringent as
another
I
hit.
thought it would be, honestly. Definitely tastes young. Doesn't hit very hard. I didn't love my first taste, but I like my second taste.
I kind of feel the same way. I feel the same way.
This is definitely not
There's-
bad.
There's a little, there's a small hug, like a little hug, not a big one, but there's a little bit of a hug, even with the 94 proof.
Cuz says he's interested in the short barrel, and he is going to drink some Heaven Hill 7-year
All right.
bottled and bond. I thought I had some here I could show as a show and tell, but I don't. Oh, here it is.
Yeah, we
This is
always
what
have that
Cuz is
handy.
on. Cuz is an experienced drinker, a knowledgeable drinker, and he knows this is a great pour. You don't have to pay an arm and a leg to be getting quality bourbon. You don't got to go hide in the bushes and hope that you can score some on a Saturday morning.
Nope.
That's in your ABC right now, the Heaven Hill 7-year, and it is delish. Also, this short barrel that we're drinking right now is not going to be available in your ABC, but if you live in Georgia or Florida, this is pretty available.
I think this is good. I like it. It tastes a little better. To me, it tastes a little firmer than a 94 proof. I would guess it was at least 100. And it is, I like the finish on it because I'm tasting toasting, but I'm not tasting like the barrel. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it's not
It's
charred.
actually like a real toasted. It's not like, I'm not chewing on a branch. I'm chewing on a tree limb.
We'll talk about that a
Like
little bit
some of
later in
that
the show. Otag says he's got some short barrel, the bee's knees.
Oh, I want it. You've got to tell me what that's like. I read about it and I'm very interested in it because like some people were complaining about it because apparently it has like little pieces in it because when you finish it in a honey barrel, the honey is going to, little drops of honey, the little pieces are going to come out into the bourbon. And people were kind of complaining about it.
I understand.
But I'd be very interested to taste that for sure.
All right. He said he liked it so much he got a backup bottle.
There you go.
That's what I'm talking about. Somebody said something about a pillow puncher.
I'm not sure.
Did you understand what he was talking about?
Is that the right show to be on?
He said pillow biter, baby. Ravin says they need to be on the lookout for this short barrel.
Yeah,
Ravin, you have
I think
sent
it's
me
good.
pictures of your honey hole pulls, and they're pretty damn good, brother. I don't know if you need to run out for the short barrel compared to some of that stuff you got, but this is pretty good. I like
This is good. It's much better than I was expecting from Georgia.
it. Wow. Okay.
Because I'm sorry, I'm a little bit of a snob.
I'm starting to get a little bit of fruit on the back end of this.
Really?
Yeah, it's kind of like a vaguely sweet. I don't know. That's pretty satisfying. I'm not going to lie about it.
It is satisfying. I like it.
I honestly thought that was going to be the better of the two. That's why I was going to go second, but you wanted to
Really?
go first up. Yeah.
Well, I wanted to go with the lower proof first.
Oh, okay. You're going to work your way in?
Yeah.
I thought you just like to go in hard.
I mean, sometimes yes, but
Oh, okay.
tonight needs to be a little more gentle.
Ravin asked a great question, Courtney. Does the short barrel bee's knees have actual bee's knees in it?
I don't know. That's possible. It might
It is
have a little
unlikely,
bitty.
Ravin.
Might have those. I mean, you'd have to really find those knees. It would be hard to find it, wouldn't it?
I don't know. They look like... Did you see my light flashing? Do we have a ghost in here?
We might.
Did you see that?
And I'm at work today. The doorbell kept going off, and there was nobody there. So I thought I had a work ghost.
Wow. Okay. Otag said, yeah, exactly. You have to shake the bottle before you pour it, but it's great.
I will be interested in trying that.
I wish we would have gotten our hands on some of that, Courtney.
Yep. Make our daughter go look for it.
Yeah, that's what I like. Make her go do it.
That's right.
Madison ran across some of our #1 rated bourbon, well, the ones we've done this year, which is the Toasted Peerless, which I thought you could only get in Kentucky. She ran across it in Greater Atlanta, and I said, not only do I want one, I want two.
She's like, what?
Are you serious? I said, hell yeah,
Yes.
I'm serious. That stuff's good.
Good.
Man.
This is good, though. This is satisfying. I would give this a solid 3.
Wow. Schoolmarm, wow.
I give it a solid 3.
I thought you were going to go higher than that.
You know what? Actually, I'll give it a 3.25. I will give it a 3.25. Yeah, I like this. It's good. This could be
bourbon.
a good summer bourbon.
I need
And it still has a nice finish on it. Like I still got a little taste of it going on, and I like that. I like that it's not gone early on a 94 proof.
I want one little bitty pour more before I make my final decision. I'm
Okay.
choosing between 3.25 and 3.5.
Okay.
Of course, for those of you, I think everybody in here has probably been on the show a bunch of times, but we grade on presumably a 0 to 4 scale. So a 4 would be a outstanding bourbon for us. Okay, there's no 5s, and we do that as an homage to Sue Johansson, I think she's still alive,
I'm not sure.
Canadian sex broadcaster who used to review adult toys on 0 to 4 charcoal briquettes. Just trying to give some background there. Like people like Don Properdick, and they know that story. Maddie T, of
Yes.
course, knows that story.
Yes. It's pretty tasty now.
Poor damn Steve and the Hizzle.
It's pretty tasty now.
I'm still going to go 325.
All right. Wow. We tied up on that one. That's surprising.
Yeah, we don't do that very often because I usually grade higher and you grade lower.
Yeah, that is true.
You're a very difficult grader. Mm-hmm. So a 325.
Mm-hmm. That's pretty solid.
That's our best grade. Well, we had some good grades a couple weeks ago. We had the Penelope Black Project X bottles last week.
Oh, that was not. We did not enjoy that.
That was a minus.
Yeah.
War Damn Steve says, "What's up, party people?" That's right. Let's see. Raven says, "Maddie, you need to go on a little field trip." Because Madison said Shortbarrel Distillery is like 7 miles from me, supposedly.
Yes.
7 miles and 75 minutes.
That's right.
Is about how it is down there. And also, War Damn Steve says, "What do we sip tonight?" Obviously, we're sipping this Shortbarrel. We've got Cuz is drinking that Heaven Hill bottled in Bond.
Bee's Knees.
Yes, Otag
is he drinking the
Bee's Knees.
Or is he just talking about he had it? I can't remember.
Oh, man, maybe he was just mentioning that he had it.
Yeah. I hope he's drinking it tonight.
I thought Raven said what he was drinking.
Green River.
Oh, Green River. Single barrel, yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see. Raven says a couple in lockstep on their bourbon journey.
That's not often. not for our bourbon journey.
I thought we were in perfect agreement that I'm a great husband.
That we're talking about our bourbon journey, though.
Of course. Yes.
Okay. So it's a little different.
You could have just gone ahead and said yes if you felt that way. Okay, you don't feel that way. Let's go ahead and move on to the next one, Courtney. Excellent insights there, of course, as always. Old Fourth. The Old Fourth Distillery, which I believe somewhat recently Shortbarrel bought.
Right. They did in 23, I think.
Yeah, Shortbarrel, I think, is it 2020 that they started?
Yes, in 2020. So they've only been around. Their little storyline is that a bunch of friends hanging out drinking bourbon became kind of aficionados, went up to Kentucky, kept tasting, then ended up being selecting barrels, like 300 barrels, that kind of thing, helping people with that. And then I learned a new term today, and that is a barrel broker. I did not know this existed, but a barrel broker, basically they met up with them like, hey, all right, we're going to start our own stuff. So they bought them all and brought them down, and they aged them in Georgia, but they buy them up north.
Yeah, because it's distilled.
Like, this one's in Indiana, I think.
Yeah, it says on there. I think. No, I might have to look this one up. I'm sorry.
I think this is Indiana. I think it says on the front.
Right
yeah.
Indiana.
Indiana, yep.
So this is going to be MGP.
Yeah.
This one is. So they bought Old Fourth. This is going to be single barrel, cask strength. And we bought this at the Mega Package store. I remember I remember being in it. I just don't remember exactly where it is. It's somewhere in Atlanta, out in the
I don't know.
northeast suburbs.
Maybe Alpharetta. I don't remember. We drove
It might have been
quite a while
Duluth.
to get there.
No, not this one.
Oh, okay.
This one was light outside when we got this one.
Okay.
I like that little sticker though. It says selected by Mega Package store.
Mega Package.
Melee is here with us tonight. My man.
Hey.
There he is. Thumbs up, brah. Thumbs up to you, bro. Thanks for being here and being part of the dozen.
That's right.
We're almost up to dozens.
Dozens.
War Damn Steve says he's about to give Penelope Weeded another try.
Okay.
I don't think we've hit that one yet.
I don't think we've had that yet.
We're kind of Penelope'd out in the sense that...
Yeah, we just kind of... The Project X has kind of turned me off right now from other Penelope products.
We like the vertical series with the age statements.
Yes.
That's pretty much the only thing we... No, we like Rio too.
No, that's Pinhook.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. But anyway.
We like the Rio, though.
I like the Rio. I like the Rio as a dessert beverage.
Yeah. No doubt about that. Okay, so this is going to be MGP 7 years, 119 proof at $60. So that's a pretty decent price point for juice that's 7 years old. Now,
Right.
the stuff that Cuz is drinking tonight, which I think is probably your best choice in the ABC store, that's Heaven Hill's 7-year bottled and bond. You're going up against that because it's in the same approximate price range. Mm-hmm. That is a very tough bourbon to topple.
Yes.
So we'll have to see if this one can pull it off, Courtney. I don't know.
Oh, Maddie has corrected us on
Maddie got it straight. Mega Package was in Swanee. Alpharetta was Total Wine and More.
Okay.
All
Let's
right,
hear this
good.
pop. Oh, I'm having to really pull this sucker out.
Oh, yank on it, girl. Both hands.
Ooh, that was pretty good now.
Solid.
Ooh, feel that. It's a heavy one.
Ooh.
I like that.
It's made of tungsten.
It says...
O4D.
I think, are those both zeros?
Old Fourth Distillery.
Yeah. Oh, there you go.
Courtney?
Okay.
You don't
Listen
need
to this. Man, that's a good one. That's a good one.
By the way, when we did our little road trip from Duluth to Alpharetta, we went through Johns Creek, Georgia.
Oh, we sure did.
Wow, man. I want to live in Johns Creek, Georgia.
Wow, there was some nice stuff going on up in there.
If you guys live in Johns Creek, man, I want to come hang out with you guys.
I know.
I don't want to go on your private plane on a trip. I don't care where we go. We can go to Milwaukee. I don't care.
Yes.
Wow, interesting
All right.
nose. I like the nose on this bitch. So I like to try to think about what is this going to compete with on the shelf, right? 7 years, $60, 120 proof. I mean, this is a higher proof than the Heaven Hill 7 year.
Well, this price point and being that proof is close to my Old Forester.
Your
My 1920.
Yeah, so
Forester.
that's what you're going up against here. I like the nose a lot.
I did too. It's sweet.
Yeah, it's got a sweet nose, not astringent at all. I would say as far as darkness, this is average.
Yeah.
And
it's a
then
little darker than
Ravin,
probably
let's see what kind of legs we're looking at here, Ravin. Courtney, have you tasted it yet?
I'm not.
He's dying to know what the mouthfeel is going to be like for you on this one. All right, here we go. We've got high hopes.
Caramel.
You know, the first thing that hit my tongue was like salt.
Really?
Yeah.
Maybe it's salted caramel. I
do
got
get
caramel.
I do get a little caramel on that.
I had caramel.
Interesting.
Let's
That's
see.
pretty good.
I like that. I like that.
It's really sweet on that first when it hits your tongue.
There's
like
zero burn.
Tastes like
I have
candy.
no burn.
But it fades kind of quickly.
Yeah,
And
it
man,
does
this is
fade
very, very caramelly.
At the end, I'm kind of getting a little bit of oak, though. Like a little bit, like once again, similar to the last one, where it was a finish, but not... I don't feel like it's really...
Yeah, toffee's a good one,
Yeah.
Arvin. Maybe it's toffee. Like a caramel and just a little bit of oak. So it is kind of like toffee.
Maybe so.
That's
Let's
actually a
see
good one,
that.
Arvin. I dig this one. This is good, man.
It is good. I like that.
Kanuman says looking at Ravin's legs is the highlight of the show. Ravin's a tall one, so
He is.
Kanuman.
Does have a little, it's like a spider. It's long and
Yeah,
mean.
he is. I wish I was tall like him. I understand he's a very good basketball player.
Is that right?
Yeah, he likes the Celtics, so he obviously knows his basketball.
Oh, obviously.
I don't know how you feel. Ravin is a recessive. Is that a word I could use? Maybe he likes the Thunder, but only when the Celtics aren't in play. You know what I mean?
Okay.
We have locked up all of our stars in the last week and a half.
Okay.
The Thunder have. SGA
Yes.
signed to a new deal. We got
Yeah, with a load of money, but
J-Dub today and Chet yesterday to long-term deals. So those guys are locked up. The problem is that once those guys are locked up, we don't have a
there's like $12 left.
We're going to have to find some good... And I worry about guys like Cason Wallace and Aaron Gordon. We can't keep them all at the prices they deserve, so I don't know what we're going to do. But we'll worry about that later. We got the ring, and that's all that matters.
That's right.
Let's see. What
Put a
else we
ring on
got?
Yep.
Melee says, Yanks call it caramel.
Caramel.
Going over to Carville to get a caramel cake. That's not the right... Yeah, we're going over to Caramel to get a cake. Yeah, I like it's got the chocolate in the caramel. Chocolate.
Make sure you have a little water.
I pounded
Hydrate.
it a minute ago.
That's good.
It's got just a little bit of that rye, like spicy taste in the middle for me. And if it didn't have that, this would be an absolute banger. As it stands, it's really good.
This is good. I like this. Like, I would pick this up to drink, like, not like, oh God, what else do I have to have? This would be something I'd go to. I like it.
Runner 24 says Sorber was a good pick for you guys. Courtney, what do you think about Sorber?
Excellent. Sure.
Sorber, of course, is the center from Georgetown.
Of course.
Who is known as a great rim protector and good passer. So my thought is that he can eventually take over for Isaiah Hartenstein when the time comes. Of course, you love Isaiah. You think he's a great player.
I'm going to have a larger pour this time.
Whoa, you could swim in that, Courtney. Don't give me one that large, please.
Why? This is what I'm going to have just for the rest of the show.
That is a good sign for the Old Fourth Distillery.
Yes, that I want a healthy pour.
It's
a healthy pour. Healthy pour.
Wow.
That's kind of like when I was playing softball and you miss it and you go, healthy cut, healthy cut,
Oh,
healthy cut, healthy cut.
Number 19. 19.
Yes.
Wasn't really sure what was going on. There he is. Chris M. himself says, what is the haps? Jason,
Nice.
Geraldine, Tate, my man. Glad to have you here, Chris M. Of course, he's a brain drain legend, also a bunker legend, and Auburn softball legend. I'm telling you, this guy is big time in a lot of different communities, and we're glad to have him as part of ours tonight. Great to see you, sir. Had a chance to taunt your son at the bar, I think 2 weeks ago, may have been 3.
Was it?
Because he did what Corey and I told him not to do. Don't ever show up here in your work t-shirt, and my God, he did it again. And I said, how are you ever going to pull women when you're wearing your
Ladies.
Gals, thank you.
Ladies.
When you're wearing your work t-shirt, and he just kind of, I guess you got to know CJ a little bit, but he just kind of shook his head. And
You just got to put that extra shirt, like a collared shirt, in the back of the car.
Cousin said he saw number 20 in the neighborhood this evening.
Ah.
Number 20, working the hood. That's what I'm talking. Don Proper Dickens says, how hard is Old Fourth to find?
Oh.
I don't think it's too hard in the state of Georgia and the state of Florida. Now, I don't know where you're at, Don.
He's all the way across the ocean.
Yeah,
he's going to have a hard time getting it.
He's in Holland, but if he, I think he has a home over here that he stays at sometimes.
Oh, he comes to Marca?
Something tells me he's familiar with Montgomery.
Oh, he comes to the capital city.
Proper Dickens. I mean,
Yes.
guys, the Proper Dickens family is big in southern Holland, but it's also big in Montgomery.
Definitely.
John Wayne
Dickens are known
John
throughout.
Wayne Proper Dickens is one of the great mayors of Montgomery back in the early 1900s. Chris M. says of his son, the kid is hopeless.
Stop!
The beard is the best birth control ever devised. LOL.
Stop!
Corey and I, C-Web for AU. Corey and
Stop!
I really, and Cuz too. Uncle Cuz jumped in. We tried to have an intervention with him at the bar maybe 2 months ago. I had said my piece. Corey said his piece. Cuz said his piece. I thought it was a lot of really good advice from some guys that have been married a while, who are pretty handsome. I said it as a straight man.
Of course.
And I don't think he took it real good, Chris. I don't know that he's implemented a lot of the suggestions that we made, but there's always tomorrow.
Yep, always start over again.
Yeah, that's right.
I like this a lot.
Vince says you'll take your pour and you will like it.
That's right. All right, let's give this a grade now.
Holy cow, Courtney! You still got a fishbowl to drink.
Well, I can do that real quick.
Oh my! Don't.
I just took a sip.
What are we doing?
It's just a sip. Just a sip.
Wow, there was a picture sent along earlier. There's Madison right there watching the blend from her apartment.
Yes.
And she's drinking
a Surfside. That's pool beverage. But look, there's Goose. There's her kitty cat on the couch too.
Goose.
Look at that. Look at that apartment, man. I didn't have French doors in my apartment. My first apartment, Jay. Ugh.
Yeah. Wait, we did actually, didn't we?
No, we didn't. We had one door. We had a sliding glass door.
Okay.
Yep.
It was the 90s, though. Thanks for watching the show, Maddie T.
Yeah.
Let's see what else we got here. Chris M. says it's all good. I don't want to be a grandpa anyway.
True.
And then Cousin said he was less than impressed. Talking about how enthusiastically CJ took our wise
not
words.
So much.
He probably should have listened to me and Cuz. I don't know. Corey.
Yep.
Corey's definitely more handsome than me and Cuz, in my opinion, but he does wear girl jeans, so that's a minus.
Stop.
He does. So, I make fun of him, and he probably makes fun of me for being
wearing a Ross Dress for Less shirt.
And dyeing my hair. Why are you ragging on me wearing girl jeans when you dye your hair?
Exactly.
Ravin says, Owala alert.
Yes,
he saw that. No, he saw that on Maddie's picture.
Oh, did she have one on there?
I forgot what the name of that one was.
I didn't see her Owala. I missed that.
Oh, well, guess
I was
what?
busy looking at the kitty cat.
We can pull that bitch
Kit
right
Kat.
back. There
I was
it
looking
is.
at my. Oh, there it is. I was busy looking at my grandkitty.
That is a tough wallet to find, and I have forgotten the name of that, but I think I played a pretty central role in Maddie getting that bad boy. Mm-hmm. So anyway, there is your wallet. Very good eye on that, Ravin. Well done, sir. Matt N says, I remember my first door. That was kind of funny. I was like, really? Okay.
No, I'm just saying when we were at an apartment, French doors are hard to, they're an expensive thing for an apartment complex to have. So
Okay.
it's fun.
Courtney and I moved into our first apartment in 1994. I believe it was end of May, early June.
Yes, it was.
At Patchen Oaks in
Patchen
Lexington,
Oaks.
KY.
1 bedroom, 1 bath.
That is correct, yes.
Yes.
That is correct.
Yes. And then that's when we had dial-up internet. Yeah, we paid by minute. And we got that first bill from Citibank. And it was like, holy shice.
Yeah, but then
I didn't know it was that many minutes
got
that we
hooked-
had used.
I got hooked up with some people to help me circumvent some of that shit. But,
that first bill was rude.
Maddie says it's called funky floral.
Ah, of course.
Yeah, that's a tough one to find.
Of course. I mean, yay.
And
Back to the
Ravin
bourbon
says,
grape.
was this Corey Weber name spelled incorrectly? Yes, it was. Mm-hmm. C-Web. He's a legend up here at the tipping point, and he's a legend around these parts, too. Mm-hmm. We love C-Dub. And also his wife, Tori. T-Web, we call her sometimes. Okay, so this is pretty damn good.
I'm
blown away.
enjoying it.
I didn't. When she picked this up, this is definitely a Courtney pick. I was like, okay, whatever. I honestly thought it was from Louisville because Old Fourth
Old
just
Fourth,
sounds like
yeah.
some shit that
Old
would
Fourth
happen in
Street,
Louisville.
yeah, definitely.
Looks like some shit that would be on 4th Street in Louisville.
It does.
But look at
I like
this.
it.
Matt says, is that Passion Oaks or Patchen Oaks?
Oh, nice.
Passion Oaks. That's pretty
Passion.
good. It was Patchen.
H-E-N.
Passion.
Patchen Oaks, yes.
Yeah, on Richmond Road out there, just outside the
Yes.
New Circle Road.
Do you remember our address? Mm-hmm. What was it?
It was 251 Chippendale Circle, and we lived in
Apartment.
apartment 623.
Nice. That's many, many moons ago, so I'm impressed.
251 Chippendale Circle.
Yes.
That is right.
Yes.
Chris M says, hey, Bourbon Blend, hit me up. I don't know how to get on the new bunker. My email isn't working. You know how many times I've heard that? My email isn't working. Do you know what that means, Chris? It means that you're using the wrong email.
Yeah.
That is the truth 100% of the time. However, I still owe you an explanation as to why you can't. Let me start that sentence over. It would be my pleasure to work out with you what the correct email is so you can get onto the new bunker. So, I don't know what the quickest way for you to do that is. Either text me if we have your number or email me, and I will personally make sure that you get the information that you need.
tomorrow.
Okay? Yeah, you need to get on there. It's popping. It's really it's really nice, guys. I was kind of nervous about moving over. It's the first time I've changed jobs. I've only changed jobs twice in my adult life now. Mm-hmm. As of
well, you've
8 days
changed
ago.
positions, but you came in as a writer to Auburn Sports, and then you became owner.
But I was at the same
owner,
spot.
Publisher,
I was in the
yes.
same-
And then now you're basically doing the same thing, but you're somebody else's employee. So
let's see. Melee says old people FFS.
yes,
100%.
we are old, 100%.
100% fair on
Yes.
that, Melee. Don Proper Dickens says Chippendale Circle LOL. I bet the atmosphere was charged.
Yeah, I had him up on the table dancing for me. I was throwing money at him. Yeah, had that dollar bill gun, spraying all over the place. Yeah,
It was pretty cool, man. I was pretty happy.
that was a great place. We enjoyed it. We moved in there with like a bed, a dresser, and a love seat, and a
Love seat.
coffee table from the Goodwill. That was it.
That's actually 100% true.
100% true.
We had a TV.
Oh, a TV stand we got from Target.
I mean, it was so cheap, it was disgusting.
Oh my God, yeah. You guys will remember this back in the day when you cut out the back of the entertainment center because it was cardboard. You cut out the back of it to put the TV. It was terrible. Oh my gosh.
Raven says, wouldn't it be awesome if a listener was watching from your old apartment?
Oh, that would be so cool.
I don't think we have a lot of viewers in
We've
Lexington.
driven by there recently, and
It still looks pretty nice.
I mean, it still looks good. You never know. I mean, that's been a long time So you never know what it'd be like.
Let's see. Runner 24 says, new job. Nah, once a Commodore, always a Commodore. It's interesting. Shannon Terry, who runs the On3 network, who's an absolute badass. I refer to him as a ninja on Twitter. So if you see me put ninja or anything, that's him. He didn't really give me a title.
Yeah.
I think he just kind of wants
you to herd the cats.
Figure it out. I think I'm there to herd the cats. Yeah. So I'm still going to be a Commodore.
Yeah.
I kind of function as a publisher, but I don't want to step on toes because I'm showing up, at a place where Cole's been working there a while, Justin's been there a while, Jay Lee, of course. So it's kind of a weird spot, but I know those guys. They worked for me. They don't work for me now. They work alongside of me, but really enjoyed it so far. It's been really, really nice to be working with Hoke and be out on the team side for sure.
Y'all have some amazing coverage because there's so many people there covering stuff.
I mean, and we're the second largest site in the entire network now, and we're adding subscribers quickly. I'm very happy with the way that's going, and I don't blame people. Seriously, we got 6 full-time reporters. It's
crazy.
You just can't beat that coverage anywhere. Plus 2 amazing message boards. Matt says you're still the real Commodore to me. Damn it! Thank you, bro. Sweet. There are no fake Commodores. I'm the only one dumb enough to call himself that. I actually put I put Commodore on my show with Hoke.
Yeah, I saw that today.
Ravin says, I'm about to email On3 support and say, is there a man I could talk to about this? Hazel hasn't done crap for me since she emailed me back.
Usually the woman handles the business, so I'm disappointed in Hazel.
Hey, Ravin, text me what you need me to do, and I will get it done. I can do some individual shit. I can make direct appeals in certain situations. I've done that twice so far to handle some things that were kind of thorny for folks, and both got worked out really fast. So I can do that. I'd be happy to help you because I know you've been trying to do this for a while. So just text me, bro, and tell me what's going on, specifically what I need to do. Cusses broke into the old apartment.
We didn't actually break into it.
I thought you were going to say broke in the old apartment, which would have been 100% true.
That is 100% true. Because she was a student. Yeah, when he asked me to marry him, he was still a student.
Yeah, I was still in
My mom's
school
like,
in UK.
Yeah, sure, sounds good.
I think your mom would be proud, though. Honestly.
Oh, 100%, 100%.
Yeah.
She was very proud of you even before she croaked.
Before she died?
Yeah, she was. She was the one who said, you are the only man in the family that has a consistent paycheck.
She certainly never told me that.
Of course she wouldn't tell you that.
I will.
She would not tell you that. That would be way too much for her.
Melee says JGT will be dead and gone 20 years. Courtney, there's something to think about.
Okay.
Before all the Bunkerites' grandchildren figure out how to cancel the auto-renew subs. Hey, man, there's no more Rivals auto-renew.
That's funny.
They have eliminated the Rivals billing system, so it can't. There was somebody on the board the other day that said, Rivals renewed my ass, and I can't believe this. And we got to the bottom of it, and my Rivals hadn't renewed him. We had renewed him on 3, but anyway. Don says, Ravin done smoked that. What? I don't think Ravin smokes. He's very health conscious. Kaneman says, broke into the old apartment. What?
I don't know what that is.
Is that
maybe it must be some slang we're not
No, it's going to be a lyric to a song.
Oh.
I'm thinking it might be like
I don't know.
Counting Crows, or that band from Canada that sings about if I had $1 million, Bare Naked Ladies. I don't know. Cassidy P, who was mentioned in our home this morning.
Yes.
Don't draw any conclusions. Said, howdy, blenders. Sorry I'm tardy. Just finished watching American Gladiators. Are you fucking serious?
Is that even on anymore?
Maybe
Is that for real?
Maybe it's one of these summer
Is that serious?
shows.
What?
Is that serious?
Huh?
Like, was Laser part of that? What are those names?
Oh,
Canoeman says Bare Naked Ladies.
Look at you. Very
How
good.
in the world did I know that?
That's nice. Good job.
I don't even
Good
like
catch.
Bare Naked Ladies.
Good catch.
Our friend Emily, last name redacted, is a huge fan of Bare Naked Ladies.
True.
I think she said that was her #1 group, and I was like, are you fucking serious? Mm-hmm. Like, not to bash on those guys, but we can't do better than that. I mean, seriously? Like, with Metallica and Steel Panther out there, you think Bare Naked Ladies are the
Steel
best?
Panther? Come on. Steel Panther?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
You should like Steel Panther. They're like big-titted women.
There's
That's
a
what
big
you
one
are.
up there, though. A big, go scroll. There you go.
Don
Don's
Properties.
got something
It's
to say.
bittersweet. I love the
BB what it is.
I'm a fan of this show and the drain. Won't shit talk the others. I do miss Stoltzy though. I offer that. Cheers, Elijah Craig budget batch here tonight.
Budget batch.
Oh, the bourbon blend. He loves the bourbon blend.
Yes.
I do miss Stoltzy. I miss Stoltzy too. I was actually talking to Bob Mapplethorpe, who's a great poster on our board, about it today, and he posted about it today. He's, yeah, I mean, Stoltzy's not dead or anything. He just, he wasn't retained, and that wasn't a choice that I made. And I mean, I could say I'm the Commodore, but I got a boss now, Shannon Terry, who's the GOAT in this space, and so that's just the deal.
Yeah.
That's all there is to say about that. But Brian Stoltz is a fucking badass, and I love him.
He's a good guy.
Let's see. Cassidy B says Amazon Prime, y'all. Straight gift from God.
I love Amazon Prime.
And he says, did they revamp American Gladiators? What Ravin said.
Okay, so let me explain to you. Okay, we don't live in the big city. Those of you that live in a big city, it is amazing to me that like I can order something on Amazon and my daughter gets it sometimes the same day or the next day. Like, that doesn't happen in old Montgomery, Alabama. The best case scenario is 2 days.
Wait, so she gets something the same fucking day?
She can get something sometimes the same day.
Happened?
If I ordered early in the morning.
It's happened?
It has been delivered in the same day.
Wow.
That's crazy.
That's awesome.
She's probably, like, these people in big cities will probably experience the whole drone shipment stuff. Like,
well, we saw it in L.A. They had carts out.
They had the carts, yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty crazy. Cassidy B says we took our two big kids, very liberal interpretation of where a big kid is, to Bare Naked Ladies a month ago at Chastain Park.
Oh, I did not know they were there. Look at that.
Norman says, I love Bare Naked Ladies $1 at a time. If I had $1 million.
That's true.
Indeed. Ravin says it's the OG series on Amazon. We're 2 episodes in. Lace and Nitro kicking ass with the pneumatic guns, right? Hey, we watch a retro show on Hulu, which would be Bob Ross.
Jay at night is
I love watching Bob Ross at night.
Bob Ross,
He's
and I'm
so
like,
amazing.
That is true. I mean, he's very soothing to get you to go to sleep. That's for sure.
I'm getting to the point where I need to watch Bob Ross before I go to bed.
I mean,
he's like an uncle that tucks me in. You know?
It's very wholesome.
But not the kind of uncle that grabs you in the balls, like just the good one. Like
the good uncle.
Yeah, the good uncle.
Not the uncle that threatens you with weapons and tells you that.
So, hey man, your mom's really fucking hot, dude. Like, no, we don't need that. Maddie says, yes, so true. I can order something at 6 a.m. and have it delivered between 2 and 6 p.m.
It's crazy. I mean, that's like almost DoorDash shit. Like,
Caden's the same here in Nashville, Courtney.
I know. These are big city things. It's crazy.
As Winston Wolfe from Pulp Fiction would say, move out of the sticks, gentlemen.
Well, and the thing is, too, like, DoorDash, you can get stuff in an hour or whatever brought to you, but you're paying big fees on that, however you're going to do it. Amazon Prime, there's no extra fee besides what you're paying, like, for the monthly part. It's amazing to me. Sorry.
Let's see. Don Proper Dickens says, batching tonight, mostly drunk guy here. Family went to the Rainbow Manning rally. Oh, my God. At Zoomers, whatever that is.
Is this where they're trying to, like, hit the Guinness Book of Records toilet paper?
Yes.
That's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard.
Just how about Eli brings his ass up there when Auburn beats Georgia finally, and it will be plenty wild then.
Well, my other thing is, too, why are we trying to, like, litter as the thing that's the best thing we've ever done in Auburn? Like, I don't understand.
Yeah, you don't understand.
I don't understand.
Fucking cool, man.
No, it's not cool, but...
Yeah, I would like to see it happen a little more often.
I mean, yeah, football, it doesn't happen often, that's for sure. Yes, Kanuman is right. We had dozens of us.
Guys, we can't rag on her for that. She's speaking the truth on that.
I mean...
Dozens. We're glad to have dozens on here with us. Melee says, order at 6 a.m. What is wrong with you? It's pretty early for me, too, G.
Yeah, Jay's usually not up. You were up at 6 a.m. this morning, though. You were.
I've gotten to where I like to kind of see you off from the bed.
And then go back to sleep.
And then I go back to sleep. Okay, so this is going to be Old Fourth.
Yes. I'm liking this.
I've been drinking the shit out of this.
I really like this.
I'm pretty happy with this.
I am genuinely happy with this.
I mean, it's not like, Parker's Heritage or anything.
No. But for $60, this is a really good contender.
This is a tough one for me.
It's a 3.5 for me.
Wow, that's really good for you.
Yeah, it's a
That's a
3.5.
high
It's very good, because I'm taking the $60 price point into account here. Like, it's good. I'm enjoying it.
Hey, cuz this could be a legitimate fighter against our Heaven Hill. It's because you don't want to drink the same bottle all the time, right? So if you're looking for something that punches really good in that 60 range,
Well, this is
really
also
good alternative, man.
120 proof, like compared to.
Let me get
100 proof.
one more little sip of that.
Sure thing. I can help you with that.
Yeah, let me get one more little sip of that.
I might help myself again. Sorry, it sounds like a duck quacking there.
Oh, how about that? Let's see. I've fallen behind on some stuff here. Casa DP says, could you imagine Bob Ross was a crime sketch artist? Think of how much quicker we'd have gotten the Unabomber. I think he's painted the Unabomber's cabin a few times. Right?
Yes, for sure. With
here?
lots of let's do some evergreens.
Oh, you know what? I like this guy right here. Let's put him right here.
Yeah, sounds good.
Boy, this is the courage script. This is when you got to have the courage.
I guarantee
right?
Bob Ross has not painted Ross Dress for Less, though. I guarantee he has not, because there's nothing beautiful about that place. So.
Okay, interesting parallel there, Courtney. Runner 24 says, hear you. Not sure there's anything that needs to be ordered at 6 a.m. Melee.
Breakfast?
Well, yeah.
I mean,
Different deal there. Chris M says, also, I don't believe that was the record because I was there in 89 for the Iron Bull. That was the record. Which record?
probably talking about TP and the toilet papering at Tumor's
Oh, like
Corner.
the greatest
yeah.
papering of tumors, rolling of tumors?
Yeah.
I'd have to believe it was that Cam Newton game where Auburn was left for dead and the Cam back. I mean, golly.
The one where
Still
they
the
played
craziest
inappropriate
moment.
music in Tuscaloosa.
Still the craziest moment I ever saw as an Auburn reporter, which was the 05 game at Georgia, where I said there is no fucking way they're getting out of this one. And they got out of it. I don't know how. You couldn't draw it up. In a million years, they couldn't even recreate it that way.
I really would like to know what Ravin's talking about here.
He says thin ice, Cordy, because you're talking your shit about you don't understand why rolling tumors is cool.
I mean, it's not what I said. That is not what I said.
Here you go,
I'm
Ravin.
saying, I'm saying why the Guinness Book of World Records for the most freaking toilet paper and why does that need to be what Auburn is known for?
What's Trancey known for, Courtney?
For being the oldest university west of the Allegheny Mountains.
Wow, that sounds fucking amazing.
Yes, thank
Guys,
you.
Rolling Tumors Corner kicks ass, and I'm sorry that you haven't been part of one. But that reminds me, I had something delivered by Amazon and forgot it's on the porch. Appreciate the reminder.
It happens almost every day at our house.
Yeah,
I've ordered something.
If it weren't for B. Haynes across the street, we wouldn't know that half the shit's at our door.
Well, it depends. It's really strange because some days I'll get like a picture of stuff left at my house, and other days I won't from Amazon. But we always order like silly, ridiculous stuff. It's stuff that's like $8 or whatever. Like we ordered a new drain plug the other day from Amazon.
Wait.
Not that kind of plug. Oh. The drain for the tub. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Casta B says 3.5 briquettes from the AA. Are y'all drinking some of them pappies? See, that's the thing. People say
I'm enjoying this.
Courtney always takes value of the bottle into account too.
It's $60. Once again, I can get lit quick, right?
And he's telling you what to do. He says, "Is there a man I could talk to?" He says, "Rate the juice, not the price."
Ravin, he's trying to start some fighting words with me. He just wants to get in a fight with me next time again.
Damn.
Again, he's trying to bring it.
Damn.
I think he kind of likes it.
Yeah. I can't go higher than 3.5, but it's really good, guys. I'm gonna go 3.5 on this.
You said 3.5 too?
Yeah, I was trying to break. I was trying to break away from you, and I was trying to justify going higher than that.
No, I don't think it's higher than that.
But I think 3.5 is where I'm at.
This is good.
It's really good for what it is.
I am very surprised.
Again, I mean, the 4.0s that I
literally only picked this up because I knew that Shortbarrel had bought this distillery. That's the only reason I picked it up.
Oh, wow.
But it is good.
So it's a happy little mistake.
It is a happy little mistake, just like Bob Ross.
Don Proper Dickens says Eli had that wild quarter in the Super Bowl. It otherwise might be the most overrated ever, aside from Dale Earnhardt Jr. You motherfucker! Are you ragging on
Don,
Dale Jr. on this channel?
Man, you're gonna fight up. You're gonna pick fighting words with Jay there. Jay, explain why one of the reasons you really like Dale is because you.
Me and Baggy, my friend Josh Moon, we worked together at the Advertiser, and he dragged my ass to Talladega a number of times. And every time we went up there, he took me to Dale Earnhardt's trailer, Dale Jr.'s trailer, and we hung out with Dale Jr. 3 times. And that's the coolest fucking guy I have ever met who's a celebrity. The coolest dude ever. Now, Don doesn't know him like that. Don's saying overrated, and you know what? I do think he's overrated as a driver.
He's overrated, yeah.
But the most overrated ever? He was still a credible driver. And I also agree with you, Eli is pretty overrated.
I mean, haven't we had other quarterbacks that are that shitty once they? I mean, you think that they're going to be amazing and they're that shitty?
Shitty? I mean, he wasn't shitty. He was just solid. He's on a good team. Terry Bradshaw was kind of like that. Like Terry Bradshaw, a lot of people think he's this great quarterback. He's a solid quarterback. He's a tough quarterback. Played for some great teams that had great defenses, and he had Lynn Swann and Franco Harris. Melee says Happy Clouds. Wait, who's that hooded figure? I haven't seen that episode yet, but I'm looking forward to it. Revenge says Casa DP or Casa PD. He can paint the scene, but not
I like
the
Casa
suspect.
PD. It's like the PD that he's out to
Casa
get you.
PD.
Love it.
Chris M says Ross dressed for lunch is catching strays. This is great stuff. Cuz says, but did Ross Dress for Less sell Bob Ross merchandise?
Oh, that is possible.
I was reading about
I don't know. I need to know how you get a Bob Ross original painting. How do you get one of those?
Well, they have an actual
I mean, do I have to go to Sotheby's to get it at auction?
There's a museum.
Oh, well, I don't think you can go to the museum and just pick one up.
No, I'm just saying
original.
you can see them. I bet you they're out there.
I told Jay I just want him to get a palette and start painting.
I can't do that.
Oh my God. People would pay to watch you paint.
No, I'll tell you what. So my high school girlfriend, she was a painter.
Wait, what?
Yeah, she was a painter.
I thought she was a lesbian.
No, she's straight now.
Oh, okay.
She was a painter. She loved painting. And so at our school, in high school, you could kind of, to some degree, you could kind of do your own schedule.
Okay.
You know what I'm talking about.
Oh, yeah, because you all were rich private kids. I get you. I got you.
Like you guys weren't.
I was in a public high school.
A lot of times I had extra time during the day where I could go do shit, and we would go paint with Miss Carmack in the art studio or whatever. And she would paint these cute little, whatever she was doing, like animals and shit. I have no artistic ability at all. Oh, God, I wish I could. I thought I would just be able to do Bob Ross. I just walk on there and do some fucking little trees and shit. And, I mean, it was so
this is not
bad.
the story I was imagining when you said you used to paint with your high school girlfriend. This is not what I was expecting to hear. Moving right along.
I probably painted her face a few times, if you know what I mean. Let's see. Revenge says, I fully believe that Bob could paint a great portrait of Ross Dress for Less. He might do that.
It would be very boring. There's nothing exciting about it. There's not a whole lot of color.
And I read a little story. There's been some real fussiness among the Ross heirs about how to manage that estate.
Is this on the Ross Dress for Less Reddit?
Chris M says that 89 game was the closest thing to religion I've ever experienced outside a church.
Okay.
So Courtney was in the high school, didn't give a shit.
No, I'm going to tell you.
I was too, to be fair.
The game, I don't know what year it was. Was it 93? When Kentucky beat Alabama at Kentucky in football?
I was like 96, but yeah.
Was it that long?
I was at UK.
Oh.
So.
Okay, so it was 96.
Yeah,
that was...
The goalposts went up and over.
That was a unique experience in Kentucky because we're not really a football state. So
no.
That was a unique experience for us.
The 89 game, anybody who was there,
and
anybody
who
cared about it says it was amazing.
Yeah. I remember being next to an Alabama fan at that game in
He just
Kentucky,
stood there
and
like
he was just
this.
sitting there like this the whole time.
The whole game.
And I was like, God, what a dick. I can't believe these people from Alabama are such assholes. And then what do? We moved there like a year later.
Don says, I bet Bob Ross dropped the occasional happy littles on the neighbor's old lady during the workday. Yeah, you're going to beat the devil out of that little guy right there. We're just going to beat that. We'll just get right back on there. Maddie says, Trancey is known for having the second Kai chapter ever, JG.
True.
Kai chapter of Kai Megan.
That is true.
Hey, we were Kappa chapter of Pike, and I think we're only, if you take out the ones that are gone now, Maddie, I think we're number 2 or 3. So back the fuck up, man. We're right there. Ravin says, driving back down College Street after the national championship was a sight I'll never forget. We're still talking about that because we fell behind a little bit, Courtney. Blake R. Blah, 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 Blake. Blake was with me on our show. I can't remember if it was today or the last time, but Blake, sometimes he moonlights as a daytime chatter, too, which is pretty cool. Cask DP says, Ravin, I chose to believe that the venerable Bob Ross could paint the scene and the suspect dude just got pigeonholed. Stuck in Muncie, Indiana doing that. Ravin says, I think it's less about the toilet paper, more of a statement of unity behind Auburn. See, Courtney?
I mean, I get that, but I don't get it in this instance.
Blake says, talking shit about Dale Jr. is a fighting words. It is around these parts, bro. Please don't do that again, Don. And Chris says, Don, improper dicking.
Oh, we got some more Dale Jr. fans up in here.
Now Don says, easy, I love Dale Jr.
Oh, praise Dale.
And all hail, praise Dale. It's probably more about his dad, but whatever. Stu Pup says Joe Namath and Eli Manning are the 2 most overrated pro quarterbacks ever, but that's what winning a Super Bowl will do for you. Joe Namath. I don't know enough about Joe Namath as a pro really to rag on him. I've met him personally, and he's a fucking weirdo. I was glad to have met him because I imitate.
Look at him. He's like, I'm so sorry, Dale's awesome.
He says semantics overrated. Damn, I'm so sorry. Dale is awesome.
Mistyped.
My bad. Cask DP says praise hell, praise Dale.
There you go.
Blake says Eli still beat Tom Brady for a Super Bowl. He's not the only one, but there aren't many. Melee says Dale Jr. is overshadowed. Wouldn't call him overrated.
I don't know, overshadowed.
Well, he was when he raced for Hendrick, right?
Yeah.
He was overshadowed by Jimmy Johnson, who was the much better driver.
Oh, who's the cutie? Who was the cutie patootie? What was his name? The cutie little patootie that beat him out. Like he got like 3 championships.
Jeff Gordon?
Yes.
He wasn't racing for Hendrick, but
no, I'm saying same time.
Yeah, they were contemporaries for sure. Let's see. Ravin says Dale Jr. has a Ford dealership in Tallahassee. I did not know that.
I knew his daddy was into that because I knew that from watching the Earnhardt show.
Blake says Dale Jr. also had a lot of tension with Teresa. Absolutely,
yeah.
You could tell in that documentary
series that we watched. Yeah,
they didn't really rag on Teresa, but they didn't.
They didn't
Teresa
talk about her much, except that it was his wife and she was supportive of him when he was alive.
Stu Pup says Teresa was awful to Dale Jr. I mean, kicking him out of forcing him to leave DEI is insane. I was explaining that to you at the time.
It's so crazy. I was like, wait, what? Like, that's literally his name.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. Chris M says, I'll drop a super chat on JG painting stream a la Bob Ross. I wish we could do that.
It's going to be a late night one because it's going to put you to sleep. It's Bob Ross. It's JG drinking bourbon and painting landscapes.
Well, looky here, guys. Look at this little happy little fur.
I don't think so because Jay would say something inappropriate and nobody
100%. Cassie B says we need Corey 4AU to perform a Bob Ross style brain drain.
Oh.
Corey could probably do that. He's got a very soothing voice when he wants to have one. Mm-hmm. Matt says you got yourself a real man when he made a girl go straight. You're the man, JG. No. I don't want to go too far down this road, honestly. Yeah.
No,
my girlfriend was straight.
She was straight, and then
can we just?
Anyway,
I don't want to litigate this. Don Proper Dickens said, "Seriously, I love Dale Jr. He just always didn't win. He won sometimes. He won fairly often early on, right? Mm-hmm. Here we go. Blake is going to defend Dale Jr., saying because he had unrealistic expectations that he would be just like his dad. Don did make him feel overrated, but I think he was just snake bitten at times.
That's fair.
He was really good on the restrictor plate races. I thought he was always right there. He's a patient driver on the super speedways. Don says for the 10 natty we drove to Dick's at midnight for shirts and coffee mugs like Chodes. Props to the real ballers that had a better version. Chodes. Melee says UKB Alabama in 97. Okay,
97.
My bad.
Oh, we were already married then. Damn.
Yeah, we were.
So that was yeah.
My
I'm
last
surprised
year,
you weren't covering the game.
I
don't
never
know how that
covered
happened.
football.
Oh, that's true. You
I didn't want to cover
football.
football.
That's right.
I wanted to cover basketball.
Yeah.
And I covered basketball
That you
in
did.
96 and 97. They went to the Final Four, went to the championship game both years. Lost one to Arizona and Mike Bibby, and then beat the Utah Running Utes and Keith Van Horn. Matt says, y'all remember Namath drunk off his ass hitting on Susie Colbert? Susie, what is her name's not
Susie.
Colbert, is it? Susie. Yeah, it is Susie Colbert. Yeah. Susie Colbert? No, Susie Colbert.
Okay.
Yes, we do remember that.
Yeah.
He said, I'd like to kiss you right now.
So creepy, man.
Oh, dude.
Oh, she'd have $1 million lawsuit right now and win it in a heartbeat.
Tim the Tool Man, what's up, bro? Good to see you. Says Jeff Gordon owns Dale Jr. I mean, Jeff Gordon's a really good driver. I had lunch with Jeff Gordon one time.
Huh?
Yeah. Me and Baggy went up there as a promotional thing for Talladega, back when NASCAR was really into that. And broke bread with at a table with Jeff Gordon at Olive Garden.
Olive Garden?
Mm-hmm.
No, shit. Once again, Olive Garden comes right back into our bourbon blend.
He's cool, man. I liked him. Tom Black, 06, my man. What's up? Late to the party. There it is from the Bourbon Hall crew. Tom Black, appreciate you, bro. We drank Shortbarrel and this Old Fourth Distillery. These are Georgia bourbons, which I don't know if that's something that's going to be around you or not. It's not actually in our state in Alabama, but we found this over in Georgia where our daughter lives. It's fucking good, man. We
this
gave this
Old
thing a
Fourth
3.5.
is really good. I'm genuinely impressed.
That's 3.5 out of 4 for us, Tom. So that's a pretty good score, man.
For $60, it's a steal in my opinion.
He says, where are we at with all this Atlanta bourbon? I live down here still waiting for that special local bottle.
Okay.
You know, Tom, I don't know if I would call this one special, but
I wouldn't necessarily say special, but
this Old Fourth single barrel cask strength is fucking good, dude.
Yeah, it is.
I wish we had this in Montgomery in Alabama because I would drink the shit out of that. Let's be real about it. Also, Cassidy P says, suck it, Michael Doliak, who was the center for Utah that year. P.S.
Oh, Rick Majerus. Oh.
I did in my lifetime get to interview Rick Majerus on the Riverwalk in San Antonio.
Did he have a V-neck sweater on?
He did. He was wearing like that whole outfit. Yeah. He is probably the coolest guy.
The tightest V-neck sweater ever.
He was hilarious, man. He was like ragging on the restaurant we were at going, man, these guys are one step ahead of the health department around here. What the fuck's going on? I was like, I like this guy already.
Yeah.
Let's see. AU Law 20's mega package is the shit.
Oh, yeah.
I could tell when we showed up there in Swanee, bro, that place was hot.
Nice.
There were people everywhere.
Yes. Man. Oh my gosh. We were like fighting for a parking spot.
It was popular.
It was very popular.
And I know why now, AU Law. Yes. I didn't know that, bro. Let's try another 10 minutes of guessing how to pronounce her name. Susie Colbert. Excuse me. Colbert. Yes, Colbert.
Not like Colbert.
Okay. Also, I wanted to say that we've got a special pour. I don't know. I guess we're going to do it.
Sure. Let me finish what's in my glass.
Well, you poured a fishbowl. Oh, my God.
Okay, so we were talking about Georgia bourbons. So
Tom Black, this is for you too, bro.
This is Fiddler, which is from ASW.
Absolutely.
Another Atlanta bourbonite. Been to this distillery, but back in the day, it's probably been 5-6 years since we went there. It was a girls' trip, and we ended up going on a tour there and tried their stuff, but it was not their actual product. Of course, it was stuff that they had been. It was nothing they had distilled. This is now their stuff. I'm interested in trying it because I was not impressed with the first stuff I ever had from them. So.
I suspect we've already tried this because I think it's already open.
I know it's open, but does that mean I tried it or you tried it?
I think I tried it.
Okay.
But I don't even remember.
I don't remember either.
I just want you guys to know how dark this stuff is.
Oh, did you hear that?
Good pop.
So let's see what this is. It's called really Encore. Cool. I can't read that, so you're going to have to read that.
Oh, it'll be my pleasure.
Yes.
So I got this from those of you who are on Our Bourbon on Reddit, Take, who is the absolute man when it comes to this. I got this off one of Take's, I guess you call them allocations, maybe a month ago. This is going to be the Fiddler Encore, finished in tawny port casks. We got 7 years and 3 months age, 9 months on the finish, so we'll call it a 6-year bourbon. And the proof is just a shade under 120. So like 119.
This is my kind of bourbon.
119.
Finished in, you said sherry?
Tawny port.
Tawny
And
port.
this is gonna
Okay,
be,
tawny port.
This is going to be a weeder. 45% wheat on this.
Interesting.
So let me go ahead and get you a little pour. This should be... My thought is, Courtney, this is going to be competing against that Bowman...
Oh, yeah. Isaac Bowman.
Isaac Bowman.
Yeah.
Finished. They have a port barrel finish, which is going to be similar. Now, I love the bottling on this. It's the same. It looks just like a Eagle Rare. And I love the color on this. Look how dark that is.
It's very dark.
Considering it's 7 years old.
It has a great nose. Has a great nose.
Well, it's got that winey nose. I don't know if you're into that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
a little bitter at first.
You got to know what you're getting into when you start this, though. I mean, it's tawny port finish. Like, you got to go in knowing it's going to have that winey twist.
Bitter at first, smoother in the middle, no end. I don't taste an end at all.
Interesting.
You?
Well, it's very refined. Say that. Considering the proof point, it's like 119. I was expecting it to be just a little bit harsh, and I don't taste any harsh.
I don't taste any harsh. It does have, I don't taste anything at the end, but it is it's the same finish throughout. So.
I want to tell you about this later. I want to tell you about that later.
Okay.
I'm going to try to find what Take had to say about this specific bottle.
I still taste the finish, though. Like, it's not any different than it was when I started, or in the middle, but this can be a slow drinker because it's still lingering on the tongue. So, yeah.
Very interesting. I was going to look at there it is right here. Here are Take. If you guys know our bourbon, Take is like the absolute maestro when it comes to this stuff. Here are his tasting notes for this. Rich, creamy sweetness on the nose with barrel char, pepper, and a hint of clove, nutmeg, and spice. Wow.
Okay. I don't get toffee.
I get pepper. I get char.
Let me see if I get clove.
But I get rich, creamy sweetness. I do get that. Black cherries, pleasant oak, blackberry, and a hint of fresh baked brioche. The palate is rich and viscous.
Baked brioche. I do not get that.
I don't really know what brioche even tastes like. I'm not that cultured. The palate is rich and viscous. Black cherry, raspberry.
The finish is long. I'll give it that.
Strawberries
the
and
finish
cream.
is long.
It's like a sundae, but if you have Luxardo and balsamic on a rich, fresh-made ice cream, Courtney.
No. This does not taste anything like ice
The
cream.
finish is long and decadent, easy drinking, but viscous and full of character.
I don't know that this is... I would not describe this as easy drinking. This would not be something I would describe as easy drinking.
I think what he means by that is it's not harsh. This is not harsh at all.
No, it's not harsh, but it's not going to be... When you get up in these higher proofs, I don't know about that.
Don says, when Courtney can't read that, everything tastes good. Move in, Jay. Bad signal.
Yes, I don't have my readers on or my bifocal glasses I normally
Melee
have.
says Ronnie Millsap wrote a song about it. You're going to hell, Melee. You're going to hell. Cassidy P says, sounds like it's got one's little in the middle, but it got no back.
Nah.
Oh my God. Becky.
Look at
Have you seen her butt? Don says brioche. My pinky just went up. Courtney, can you tell me what a brioche is? I'm not sure that I know. Uh-oh. She doesn't know either. She's not sure how to describe that.
It's got to be bread and cheese or something.
It's a rich, soft, and slightly sweet bread of French origin, similar to a pastry.
Okay.
This is sweet.
It is sweet.
I like it.
I like it, but I don't want to drink a lot of it. How about that?
Well, I'm not a wine guy. And you're not really a wine girl.
No, I get that.
So it's not really fair.
Yeah, that's true.
I think if you're a wine person, you're going to probably get a big boner for this bad boy right here.
But, you know, it's interesting. That's how my palate has changed. Like, I used to like a lot of these finished ones, and now I'm like, just give me the bourbon. Give me the straight bourbon.
It does seem that.
Give me the 120 proof and higher bourbon. And
a year ago, you wanted finished bourbon.
I did. I've always wanted that, but now it's just not there.
Cademus has picked up on a hint of egg salad sandwich that had been left outside for several days.
I don't think that's something I would want to put in my mouth.
What?
No comment, Jay Tate.
Man, that was an opportunity there. A missed opportunity. Also, Blake says it's a type of bun.
A bun? I got your
Don't
bun.
want none if you
Hey,
don't
Jay,
got buns, hun.
I bet when you walk down the streets in Paris, they just throw them at you.
Please! There goes the butcher with his tray like always.
The same old bread and
Rolls to sell. Yes, that's what Courtney's like.
every morning's just the same.
Since the morning that we came
To this
to
poor
our provincial town. Good
Good
morning, Belle.
morning.
That's you.
That was
With your
the first
fucking-
Disney movie we saw together.
You and your dress with your little, like, what do you call that? A little
Apron, yeah. That's definitely me.
Skipping down the street. That's what you thought Paris was going to be like.
No, that is not
Gay
true.
Paris.
Jay does not understand that when you go to
Gay
these
Paris.
European countries that, like, you don't go to Publix. Like, you go to get your cheese at a place, and you go and get your bread at a place. Like, it's not, yeah.
Patrick Littledew says, my posse's on Broadway. Do you know that one, Courtney?
I do not
It's a
know
Sir
that
Mix-a-Lot rap.
I do not know.
He goes, Larry is the white guy. People think he's funny. A real estate investor who makes a lot of money. I got to think of some other ones.
That's okay.
Taco Bell was closed. I know that one.
Hey, why would, you know?
I love that. And I also
Taco
had
Bell closed. What is that malarkey?
Oh, he meant it was late. Well, you have to be really late to be Taco Bell.
Yeah, Taco
right?
Bell. You have to be really late to be Taco Bell.
I think he also had buttermilk biscuits on that record, by the way.
Well, I will tell you, I'm still confused at why Taco Bell's open at like 7 a.m. or 6 a.m. Like, no.
Did we talk about the shit I took in the R Taco Bell subreddit?
No, I did not hear that.
I go in there and these fuckers are like,
Oh, wait, this is about your order, right?
yes. They're like, it was a thread about, haha, LOL, there were some boomers in front of me. They were ordering everything one by one. What a bunch of dumbasses that wouldn't use the Lux boxes. And I got in that thread and I said, hey, motherfucker.
I don't have 12 minutes to sit and decide when I want my Lux box.
I can spend $10 on dinner and not fucking worry about it. So I just push the buttons on the shit I like. And it was just an avalanche of shit that rained upon me. They were like, what a dumbass. You could have gotten on your app and used an abacus to save yourself 35 cents. And I was like, fuck you, man.
That's because they're ordering their Taco Bell while they're sitting at work before they go home. Or they order it like the night before for a delivery at 9 p.m. Like, that's what these kids do.
Look at this. We're going back to back. We got B. Haynes going, posse up.
Posse up.
Boom. Boom, boom. And then we got D. Lucky says, swass. It's another Mix-a-Lot reference right there. God, I can't believe I've forgotten Posse on Broadway lyrics, man. That's terrible. We listen to that so much because when we were at Trancy was at 400 North Broadway?
300.
300 North Broadway, and we'd always be like, we're on Broadway.
Yeah.
Posse's on Broadway, like blah, blah, blah. But this was like 92, and I was drunk as shit, so that was a long time ago.
That was a few minutes ago.
How many minutes? By the way, we just celebrated our 400-month anniversary.
Yes.
We went on our first
400
date.
months.
400 months
400
ago
months.
on July 4th.
We joke about that because, you know, when folks are in a relationship, they're like, we've been together 2 months. We've been together 4 months. And so we're like, how many months has it been? So I subtracted that shit out, and on July 4th, it was 400 months,
400 months.
for us.
Cassidy B says, for the on-3 version of the blend, hold on, you mean the corner version of the blend, do you sample different types of sweet tea?
Unsweetened tea.
I'm not going to say anything about that. Runner24 says, I think their show is more like warmed milk. Hey, I was on the show today, Runner24.
He livens the show.
Wait, I thought Hope does a good job.
Yes, he does. He does
so
a good
does,
job.
Pink. He does a great job.
I'm just saying that you bring a little spice to everything that you are on.
Don says, hey, Blake, Cassidy P always mentally reverts to a certain deli sandwich.
Oh, is it a Hamacy?
Is it one of those? Is it one of those, Don? Hey, Don, is it that one? Is that the one you're talking about, Big Daddy?
It is not.
Ravin says,
It's not good.
is B. Haynes here? The answer? I'm here, she says. See what I mean?
Look at that. Amazing. What a response.
She's a fan of the people. She says, I'm good. How are you? Look at that. She's just out there with her fans. She's carrying her scepter, saying, I'm here.
I enjoyed this bourbon. This is tasty shit right here. Stuff. Excuse me.
Kanuman says, JGT makes it much better. Good fit, yo. Thank you, Kanuman. I appreciate you.
That's nice.
And I'm waiting on Don Properdickin to know if if he's on board with a Hamacy.
Yes.
Patrick wanted to know about the hamburger spot. I don't remember that one. Again, it's been, I was listening to that 92, 93, and it came out in the 80s, I believe. So there we go. Okay, next thing up. Thoughts on this?
Okay, so we spent an hour and 20 minutes discussing the bourbons. We might want to move along to other parts of the show, Joe.
Okay. Well, guess what? We don't have any photos this week.
Yes, we do.
Because, well.
Yes, we do.
Okay. I'm not going to get to them because I didn't set them up for the show, but it's okay.
Okay.
Let's go to...
By the way, we had a fabulous Bourbon and Burgers event in Atlanta.
Let me see if I can pull these up.
Yes,
Courtney.
you have that. That was fabulous. It was at Local 3 in the Buckhead area, whether they want to say it's Buckhead or not, your Bunkerites. It was an amazing experience. Once again, we did it last year. We did a repeat this year, and it was fun. Everybody had a great time. Everybody enjoyed themselves. Everybody had 3 pours, but then had many more after that as well. So this is one of our tables there.
Hold on, I screwed this up.
That's okay. That's one of our tables there that we had. Oh no, not breadsticks. Not breadsticks.
All right, here we go.
Yes, so we had, that's one of the tables. And we had 3 pours there. We had the Peerless, just regular old Peerless, 4 Roses Single Barrel, and Old Forester 1920, Courtney's go-to bourbon.
Excuse me.
Enjoyed an amazing, they have a delicious burger there. So we had the burger, fries, and had bourbon, and we started at about 5:30ish.
Yeah.
We finished at like 10ish, 10:30ish. It was a enjoyable event. Had a great time. Met a lot of people there. Thank you for who participated. We enjoyed seeing you all there. And next year, Cassidy P and I have made a commitment. We're going to make it even bigger next year. So looking forward to it.
You like it bigger, and Cassidy P says he can make it bigger.
Yes, he can.
All right,
yes.
great.
Commitment.
By the way, I was there too, and so was Mrs. Cassidy P, so there wasn't anything like that going on. But anyway, we're also talking about, I think we mentioned this on the show last time, we want to do a bourbon trip.
Yes, bourbon
maybe
trail
next
trip.
spring.
Yes, in May of 2026.
26.
Yes, second week in May, weekendish in May, 3 to 4 days between Louisville, Bardstown, other locales.
Loretto.
Well, yes.
Louisiana,
And yes, so we are looking strategically at that, as well as, of course, visiting Churchill Downs, which is a must-do when anytime you're in Louisville and they're running.
Ravin says Courtney's Corner will soon have more members than The Corner. How about that, Courtney? We love The Corner.
I don't think so. That's not going to happen.
Good folks in
The
there.
corner's good. Yeah.
Let's see, Cassidy B says Colin Biscuit perhaps went beyond 10:30. We did.
Yes.
We saw him off at around 11.
We got him into an Uber. Yes.
He was enjoying that.
He enjoyed that, and he enjoyed the bourbon. That was extra. My favorite comment from him that night was, "What's the most expensive thing you have here that would impress me?"
Terrible idea.
I was like, "Don't tell the bartender that. You never tell the bartender that."
He was like, JG, I want to get you any bourbon you want here. I said, hey, let's just wrap it up here,
We're good. We're good.
Cassidy P says it's time to go, and it's time to go. Anyway, good time had by all. Let's see if I have any other pictures here.
Oh, so, and then we also went to visit our daughter, L. Madison, and La Madison, I guess. La Madison in Duluth. Duluth. And we went there, and one of the things we did while we were there, we went and hit Top Golf again. Yes, there's some beverages. Those are some $5 beverages right there. And there's Jay. Getting ready to swing it out right there.
Swanging.
Yes.
I did get my swing going at the end.
At the end after 3 beers.
3 beers in, I was doing
Jay
better.
Jay was definitely hammering it, and
you like it
follow through was amazing.
You like it when I hammer.
There we go. Jay ended up beating me. The first round.
Can you see the score
Courtney
there?
won.
Yes, you did. You
and you barely squeaked me out right there, just barely. That was not the final one where you actually just were nailing it like you were hitting softballs to the outfield.
I like when it says you're chasing the dub, Maddie T. Just say something nice and we'll move on. Anyway, this is at Buford and we had a great time out there. And I got to charge my car there.
Yes, for free.
Yeah, included with the price.
Included with the price. Well, no, there was no... You could have just pulled up and charged there. That you didn't have to go in Top Golf.
Mike says, I'm late, but I'm in nonetheless. We're glad to have you here, Mike. My man. You actually got reported on the bunker this week. No, I take it back. You reported yourself. Never mind. He did, actually. He needed something deleted.
Self-report?
I was like, I can't believe Mike's on here. And then I saw that it was just Mike reporting himself. Let's see. Don says, I love Courtney's Corner. That ain't F. Look at that, man.
Don. They're anxiously awaiting what this week is.
Now, how far did my ball go? Melee says ball went about tree 50. My longest documented drive was 170 yards, but I think I had some that went further.
But these are from people that do not play golf. Like Jay doesn't play golf, Courtney doesn't play golf, Maddie doesn't play golf. But we had a really good time there. It was a good time.
Yeah, we hit it long, Courtney. Let's go to news, Courtney.
Yes, we do have some bourbon news.
Bourbon
Normally
happenings?
we hit this before I'm a little toasted.
Wait, are you toasted?
I'm a little toasted.
How early you got to get up tomorrow?
I got a long day tomorrow, but it is not the 3rd of July before the 4th of July. Yes, so I don't know if y'all have heard about this, but there is a new Buffalo Trace availability called E.H. Taylor Distillers Council. $1,500. It is not the picture that is indicated there.
No.
It is a 9-year bottled and bond. It is allegedly from his original secret mash bill.
Yeah.
You know how that goes.
Yeah.
But it is a beautiful decanter. It is one of those that I'm sure you're not going to be able to just pick up at your local store. But it is actually out now. And Jay and I were discussing this last night. That, you know what, it's okay if they want to put out there, a very high-end bourbon for those folks that really want that high-end bourbon. I would never go seeking this because I'm not even going to pay $1,500 as an MSRP. Just not going to.
And maybe on secondary it's going to be like $2,000 or something like now.
No, I'm not going to do it.
Now I'm drinking a 7-year right here and paid $60 for it.
Right.
It can't be that much better.
The picture that is indicated here is a Stitzel Weller. It's a new one, which that doesn't happen often at Stitzel Weller. It is a 24-year Stitzel Reserve. It's for the low price of $1,600, guys. So, if you just want to pick that up on a random day, you can go ahead and do that.
I was reading about this. They confirmed this was not Stitzel juice because Stitzel shut down for a long time.
Right.
It was literally dormant. They picked it back up about 10 years ago, and when they did that, there were a lot of bourbon and a lot of barrels there at Stitzel Weller. Well, they have pretty much exhausted that supply, so this is not like some 24-year shit that was sitting there. We're not really sure where this came from, but it wasn't sitting there in Shively.
Okay.
I read this up today.
Gotcha.
So.
I did not know that. So, yeah, there's not a whole lot of Stitzel ain't producing a whole lot these days. So, that sucker's sitting around there and mixing it up with something else.
I think Stitzel only makes Blade and Bow and Bullet. Mm-hmm. I think is the only stuff they make now. Yeah. So I mean, I would like to have this bottle, but $1,600, like
I need to taste it first. So if we happen to go to Stitzel Weller, that would be something that I'm sure that you can get that tasting there for, it probably costs you $200.
It's $200.
Is it really $200?
I looked this up today, yeah.
$200, but I would be willing to do that just because of my family heritage.
I need to know what it is first before I pay $200 for it.
Well, that's okay. And then Starlight. Okay, there's an Indiana group who is actually selling their own stuff now, a 10-year bourbon. I used to go to, it's Huber Orchard, which is in Starlight, Indiana. And then when the orchard wasn't doing so well, they decided, you know what? We're going to start making some wine. Oh, we're going to start doing bourbon because bourbon's really a big thing now. It's been 10 years, and so now they have their own bourbon. So I'm interested in trying that as well.
Yeah, it's actually their 10-year. They distilled it. They aged it. It's all their own shit. Now, Starlight's about 20 miles north of New Albany, right across the water from Louisville, where me and Cuz and Becky and Courtney got lost because of me one time. Not because of Cuz, because of me.
An amazing tumbleweed restaurant.
Because I didn't follow the fucking blue line. But you know what I do now?
Line. You follow the blue line.
I follow the blue line. I need to get a t-shirt that says I follow the blue line.
Well, no, Elon follows the blue
my
line
Tesla is, I have to. Yeah.
Anyway, that's some interesting stuff.
I did not get a price on the Starlight.
I don't know what that is either.
And it's going to come out on the 24th.
Yes.
You can only get it at the distillery. So in they call it Borden, Indiana.
It's really,
Starlight.
So anyway, interesting bourbon news coming about. And I'm so happy to still see stuff coming out, within each month, because I'm still concerned about the bourbon bust going down. So
let's check out where Vin says, we're not sure how this got here, so let's slap $1,600 on the price and let's see how it goes.
That's probably pretty much how it goes.
Melee says 24 years old, not even from the last century. That's true. D Lucky says, I was going to buy some picks for charity, but yes, $1,500 bourbon could be an option too. That's actually what he's talking about as well. I was telling you about it.
Yeah, I gotcha.
This thing right here. Yes. So she was selling pictures for the fire victims. And I felt like, I thought about the kids that needed money.
Okay.
So.
Is it feet pictures?
No, I think it's booty.
Other kind of pictures?
I think it's booty.
Okay. I got
It's for the kids.
It's for the kids.
It's for the kids.
It's helping the kids.
You gave me your word. You gave LeBron your word. What are we even doing here, guys? Let's see. Cuz's Starlight barrel picks have always been solid. Me and Cuz, I definitely went balls deep in some state liquors from Louisville barrel picks from Starlight that were home runs. We thought they were. In fact, I have some over here. But Starlight is one of those you don't really think about being really good, but fucking hey, it's really good. It's right here. Cuz has one just like this one. And we are, state liquors.
They're good stuff. I mean,
stuff's
I'm
good,
impressed.
man. We've been happy with Starlight.
And once again,
you never hear
my snobbiness is like, I shouldn't like that because it's actually from Indiana.
I know. We're kind of down on Indiana. Mike says, I have a question about the price of Peerless in my local ABC. They have this basic Peerless at $110.
Ooh.
Are you sure? It's just the regular?
Just a regular, like it's just a regular Peerless? I don't think we have a regular Peerless.
No, I don't think we do either.
Yeah, we do. It's right there on the second shelf.
No, that's not.
It looks like that somewhere.
If it had a white label, it would look like this.
Yeah. But that sounds like a lot.
Yeah,
I think you should be doing like 80.
Yeah, 80 is exactly where it should be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it may depend where you are and if that's...
Mike, I wouldn't pay that, bro.
Yeah,
that's not fair, man. That's just not fair.
That seems like a lot.
Don says, crowdfund an E.H. Taylor and let's get all toe up. The problem is that I don't even think it's high proof, bro.
Yeah, it's not even... Yeah.
Like, it might get 4 people drunk, but not our dozens. Not our 3 dozens or whatever.
Not all the thousands on here.
Kanuman says, Matt Damon in his best acting job. He says, Aquaman, Queens Boulevard, they stink. They fucking stink.
Oh, I thought that said.
Why do I have an Academy Award and I'm calling you back
it
again and again and again, you cocksucker? Send me the check.
That's good stuff.
Mike, Madison, our outstanding daughter, just passed along a picture. I lost track of which one it is. Sorry, hold on. She actually took a picture of all the Peerlesses where we were to show what the prices are.
This is what she had in the ATL.
So these are the prices that we ran across.
Yeah, your regular
And
Pierce.
This is
I
an
said 80.
Alpharetta. This is an Alpharetta.
Yeah.
So 75 for the regular Peerless, and then 100 for the double oak and the toasted. We highly recommend the toasted.
If you get your hands on that toasted, you need to put that in your mouth.
Yeah, it's so good, man.
It's really good.
Double oak is really good too. I just like toasted a little bit better. I like the regular Peerless too.
Yes.
But those are the prices I think would be fair, Mike. And that's what we get in, that's what Maddie gets in suburban Atlanta. And I think me and Cuz pay maybe 80. Mm-hmm. It might be 82 or something like that, but it shouldn't be 100.
I freaking love those bottles too.
Cousin
They're amazing.
says regularly around 85.
Okay.
So
That's fair.
all right. A little bit high. Does that mean it's almost time? Here we go. Vince, this is Matt. Listen, I just had a really disturbing phone call with the foundation. It's been over a week. I'm in Haiti at the moment, and I understand your check has not come. It has not come, Vince. Don't you fucking test me, Vince. You promised me.
That's so good. That's so good.
That's a postscript on a
at the
Entourage
very
episode.
end. It wasn't that the last episode?
No, it was just an episode.
very close.
I remember you called me or texted me when I was at Auburn. These are back in the
I was
days.
oh yeah, and I was
said,
like,
Jay,
you're gonna die when you get home and see this.
I was so excited to see it, and it was probably the funniest moment of the entire show.
Yeah, that was.
I was in tears. I was hyperventilating. Mm-hmm. All right, now that we finished news, that means it's time for, you know what it's time for. We need to get that sound ready.
Yes, I got to hear this.
Yeah, you ready for a little bit of this, Courtney? Here we go.
Yes.
Time for some Courtney's Corner.
Freaking classic, man.
Courtney's Corner.
You know, I am surprised that YouTube has not picked that up as like some copyrighted material.
I know. They're going to be surprised because there's nobody singing that except the computer. Courtney decided we were going to go with best hype songs.
Okay, so this is when you're at a sporting event and it's something to just get you going.
This was not my interpretation of what you said, but okay.
Okay, what was it? Your interpretation?
Just whatever you wanted to do. Like if you pretend like you were at the gym.
Okay.
You know,
I can pretend that because I don't do that.
And you need a song to get you through the last 5 minutes. Like, it's a hype song too.
Okay. Well, okay, yes. But to me, the best hype song is like you need to get the crowd involved.
That would also work. Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Couldn't here's in Courtney's Corner, we smoke weed.
I like that. That kind of rhymes. I like that. That's good.
We Were Kings is the actual.
Oh, D Lucky does have a good point here.
He says the other corner ain't got a theme song. And Don property
It's amazing. It's amazing. I asked Jay to put this little ditty together for me, and he sure did.
All right, here we go, Courtney. Let's run them down.
Yes, Inner Sandman. I love that. I love that.
What do you think about the singer?
What do I think about him?
Yeah.
I don't think much about him, but I enjoy.
His name's James Hetfield.
I enjoy the song, Jay. That's what I'm saying. Like all of these things are gonna make me get up and move, and that takes a lot to get me up out of a chair and move when I'm at an event drinking.
All right.
Yes, and I love some Eminem. I
listen to him too. I don't like Lose Yourself. But
I like that song. I just do. Jump Around, it just reminds me of Maddie when she was little.
Yeah.
We used to play that when she was little, and she was in the little swing that hung between the door frame. Yes, that's fun. Get Ready. Yeah, that just reminds me of good times as well.
Like, get ready for this. So we can't play the music and be a copyright infringement.
Yes, we'd be in trouble for that.
And then Can't Hold Us is is it the Macklemore song?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Macklemore. Yes.
Is it The Ceiling Can't Hold Us?
Of course, now you're saying I can't do it.
Yeah, because you got these other songs.
Yes.
So James Hetfield, you don't really have an opinion about him?
I don't really have an opinion about him, except I enjoy that song because I also enjoy that. Which football team is it?
Virginia Tech.
Virginia Tech, yeah. Yes. I mean, I do enjoy seeing their whole stadium like fucking vibrating. That's pretty cool.
Well, James Hetfield's on the screen.
Yes, I noticed that. I know what he looks like.
Why didn't you
I just didn't
mention
know
that
his
one?
name.
Okay.
I don't know his name. You're asking specifics.
Okay.
I just didn't know I do know it's Metallica, but I don't know who he is. So.
Them Bones for me. I mean, that's one that I would just, when I need 5 minutes to go. Alice in Chains, Them Bones. Sirius. A lot of people don't know the name of that song, but it's the song for the 90s Bulls when they used to have Michael Jordan come out and Scottie Pippen. It was like,
Oh. Okay.
It's actually a Alan Parsons Project song, but if you heard it, you would know it. Party Up from DMX with the whistle and everything like that.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
That's a good one.
Okay. Thunderstruck's good.
Y'all Gonna Make Me Lose My Mind.
Up in here.
Yeah, you know it. Thunderstruck, AC/DC came out in 90 or 91.
That's a good one.
Yeah, that really gets going. And then
Yeah.
Walk from Pantera. Spect.
Okay.
Walk. What did you say?
I'm going to let you have that one. So,
Dude,
yeah.
Pantera's amazing. So
Yes.
One
Let
of
me clear my throat.
my favorite things about Pantera, they had a kid from Tulsa. I went to high school in Tulsa. They had a kid from Tulsa who was really sick. And his
Buzzkill?
dream, Make-A-Wish.
Okay.
His Make-A-Wish was he wanted to get on stage and play Walk with
Really?
fucking Pantera. And by God, he did it at Kane's
Oh,
Ballroom.
now that's cool.
You can Google that or you can YouTube that.
That's
Kane's
cool.
Ballroom in Tulsa. I can't remember his name. It might have been Christian.
that's
I'm not
really
sure.
cool.
And he played that shit and he
That's
knocked
cool.
it out, dude.
That's really cool.
And Phil Anselmo, who's the lead singer for Pantera, he was into it.
And I know that a lot of folks on here are Auburn fans, but the Eye of the Tiger, I just can't do it. I cannot do it.
I saw that the
I've just
internet
heard it
thinks
so
that
much.
that's...
I've heard it so much. And I just can't do it. So, what other folk? What else? Scroll back up. What else?
Cassidy B says, we usually play DJ Cole, Let Me Clear My Throat.
Oh,
Kick
I like
off
that.
weekends at the Cassidy
that.
P. Mm-hmm. Y'all just get your nails done. Let's see. We got to get back up here. Revenge says Walk. R.I.P. Vinny Paul. We miss Vinny. One of the good guys. Melee says Crazy Train. Worst song with the best first 20 seconds.
Okay, I got you on that.
Tommy Iommi doing the thing right there. Also, who's engaged to Lita Ford. Back when Lita Ford was really hot. Kidman says a little ditty about Jack and Diane. How about we not do that? Patrick says West Virginia and Wisconsin have the best football song environment. Wisconsin plays Jump Around.
Oh.
And West Virginia plays Country Roads Take Me Home by John Denver, which is actually cool. Mm-hmm. I like Jump Around when it was like new in like 93-ish. I forgot the name of that band though.
It's like a number. It's like 2 something
I know it had like it was like an Irish logo or something.
I can't remember.
It was like 92 or 93.
Somebody said no Eye of the Tiger. I don't know who said that.
Please God, no. Auburn played that so many times. No Eye of the Tiger or Can't Stop by Red Hot Chili Peppers.
That's a good one.
Dude, the Eye of the Tiger, I'm just wore out, bro.
Yeah,
I mean, I've covered so many Auburn games where they played Eye of the Tiger.
Yeah.
And it's a good song. It's a really good song.
I love Queen, but I can't do that at a football stadium.
Oh, you mean Survivor?
Huh?
You talking about Eye of the Tiger?
No, I said I also love Queen, but I cannot do that in
All right.
the We Are the Champions. I can't do that shit in a stadium. Move on.
Don Proper Dickens says, hype songs are like movies. The new ones invalidate the old ones. Crying ass shame. Hetfield was upset about my Napster. I swished my cape at him talking about how Metallica, it was really Lars. It was really Lars, but
Napster.
Metallica took a stand against Napster, and now Don's still salty about it 30 years later, right? D-Leggett says, Enter Sandman is a must for late night, last 50 miles driving, sometimes on repeat.
I got you on that.
I remember when that came out, man, summer of 91. That was a big deal. And I didn't know how I felt about that whole record, but it ended up being really good. Kanuman says, how on earth did 2-Bits get left off this list? All right, everybody, let's do 2-Bits. He says, I fucking lose my mind every time.
That's
all
funny.
right, everybody, how about Podgetta? 2-Bits, 4-Bits, 6 bits, $1. All for Auburn, stand up and holler. There we go. There we go. Maddie T, of course, sitting on the party. Anything from this century, please?
Madison.
We're not from this century, so you can shut the fuck up. Cuz is Corduroy, of course, the Pearl Jam seminal song. Thunder Kiss 69, which I believe is a...
I don't know that.
Not Glenn Danzig. Rob Zombie. White Zombie song. And then Master of Puppets, which... Because it would have been my sixth one.
Yeah.
I debated Master of Puppets. And I love that the Auburn Pep Band for basketball plays Master of Puppets. It's amazing. I appreciate that. Hayden with us here says, what up? Hayden. That is not a hype song, but we are glad to have Hayden here. And Hayden being here hypes me up because I love that guy. He's amazing. Don says, our hype song's generational. Seriously, Take the Money and Run might be my favorite ever.
Oh, that is a good one.
Well, it ended up getting Cam Newton pretty hyped up. I'll tell you that.
That was at the Alabama. That was at the Iron Bowl in Tuscaloosa.
Yeah, they thought they were being really coy with that. They were being actually stupid. Mike says, Eye of the Tiger is so Terry Bowden, it makes me want to barf. Auburn with the that logo in the end zone. It's like the curse. Well, not cursive, but it's on a bend like that. It was real popular in the late 90s.
No, Blake, I can't do it.
Blake says, no, we will rock you or we are the champions.
No, I just can't do it. And I love some Queen, but I cannot do it.
House of Pain.
Yes. That
is the name of the people that sing Jump Around. Thank you.
Oh, that's right. How do we not know that?
Yeah, there's a movie where he says, yeah, whatever, House of Pain. And he's like shitting on a guy. Let's see. Caduman says they play Country Roads loud enough to hear in Australia. John Denver, man. Died,
I mean, that's a good song. It is a good song.
Died in a plane crash. He was flying his own experimental aircraft.
Is that right?
Ran out of gas.
Did not know that. Oh. I mean, I think they have gauges for that, from what I've heard.
Hayden says not on an experimental plane. Stranglehold by Teddy Nugent. Ted Nugent, the man himself. He knew how to sing some rock and roll songs back in the day. Let's see. Revin says, did I see that Dave Mustaine revealed that Enter Sandman riff was actually ripped off from a band called XL?
Oh.
I am not the least bit surprised to hear Dave Mustaine doing anything to shit on Metallica. He's been doing this since '83. Since he got kicked out of Metallica for being a piece of shit. However, I do think Megadeth should be in the Hall of Fame, even though Dave Mustaine is a weirdo. He's a damn good player. Damn good rhythm guitarist.
Oh, Maddie trying to start a fight up in here.
Get some folks riled up. What about Dixieland Delight? Can we mute her ass? That's a banner song. We don't give a shit about that.
Oh, Maddie.
It doesn't work in a sports setting, but One Big Holiday by My Morning Jacket works for me. Do you know you have something in common with My Morning Jacket, Courtney?
Oh, I do?
You do?
They from Kentucky?
Mm-hmm.
For real?
They're from Louisville, Kentucky, actually.
Oh, well, I'm from Louisville, Kentucky
yeah, so
as well.
am I.
Oh, you are?
One of my friends who works on the basketball staff, I was like, you know, us Louisville guys. He goes, us? I go, motherfucker, I was born in Louisville and I got married in Louisville. I'm Louisville.
I mean, those are two significant events.
I had to put up with your mother's shit for fucking 10, 15 years in Louisville. Come on now.
That's true. That's true.
I've eaten at Pelizeri's. I've eaten at Berno's. I've fucking eaten at...
Jack Fry's.
Jack Fry's.
We stayed at the Sealbach.
See what I mean? I've lived that life.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. True. I've been to Cox's Park. I've gotten busy in Cox's Park.
Dancing.
Have you ever gotten busy in Cox's Park?
Dancing. Yes.
Wait, what does dancing have to do with
dancing
this?
In Cox's Park. That's what I was doing. I was dancing. Before I forget.
What did you what?
Huh?
Ooh, Ravin says Before I Forget by Slipknot would be on my hype list. Oh, I like that. I like that, man.
I like that.
Dude, Corey's the man. It's not my favorite Slipknot song. People Equal Shit is my favorite Slipknot song, but Before I Forget is a good one. Before I forget this.
Oh.
R.I.P. Joey Jordison, who's their great drummer. Let's see, we got some other ones here. D. Lucky says, Lose Control, Missy Elliott's version. Started from the Bottom by Drake, and then Humble.
Oh, Humble. That Kendrick song's really good.
Humble, is that a hype song?
That's a good one. I mean, it's going to get you feeling
though?
some ways, I feel like. Yeah, I think that's fair.
It's a great song.
It is a good song.
And I love the fucking, like, the siren, like, it's perfect. Don says, I have the Tigers at fucking Deer Hunter Blaze Orange. Ain't right, but the band plays it all the time, so you're obligated, like dry humping in a way. Do you feel like dry humping is obligated, Courtney? Talk to me about 1992 and if you were dry humping or not.
I was not. I don't know anything about
That's
that.
a fucking lie. Why would you lie to our people like that?
Not lying. I just said I don't know anything about it.
I was there.
With who? Amy Souter?
That's fucking low, man. No, you were with Rob Cartwright. I was with Rob Cartwright. You were with Rob Cartwright.
It wasn't dry humping with him. That was the experiment. What does Canoeman have to say here? What does Canoeman have to say here?
He said that was the experiment. He removed the fuel gauge. Turns out, bad idea.
That is true.
Talking about John Denver.
Taking the fuel gauge out, kind of.
I was gonna say, who the fuck says this? And then it was Maddie. I was like, okay, yeah. Jay claims 10 different cities. Guys,
you are 100% true.
When you get moved around like I did, you kind of.
When I get moved around like I went. Yeah,
Courtney, who lived in the same house until you were 15, and then you moved to one more house.
Okay. No, I moved to an apartment, and then I had to move to a house.
I got moved around every 2 or 3 years. Born in Louisville, lived in Washington, lived in San Diego twice, lived in Tulsa, went to school in Kentucky, met this
blah 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 blah
gorgeous lass. Maddie, that is
blah blah blah.
That is a fair criticism.
That is true.
Though.
It depends on what you're talking about. If you're talking about skateboarding, he's going to be from San Diego. If you're talking about, I don't know, Midwest bullshit, he's going to be from Oklahoma.
I have the scars on my knee to prove that I was skating in California.
Oh my God, whatever.
Yeah, Cassidy P did say Cochise, which is an Audio Slave song. He then amended himself to say, sorry, Audio Slave, not Soundgarden. But we will give him full credit because Chris Cornell sang it. And he was in both bands, so we'll take that for sure. Newman says, I once got busy in a Burger King bathroom. I'm crazy. Allow me to amaze thee. They say I'm ugly, but it just don't faze me. I'm still getting in the girls' pants, and I even got my own tanks. I don't know that one. Cuz was jumping in to support Cassidy P on the Cochise and the Rusty Cage from Soundgarden. I would also argue that Jesus Christ Pose would be a fine song if you were doing that. Melee says, Mean Machine by Sugar Ray. I don't think you're being serious. Psychosocial is the best Slipknot song.
Here's what I have to say about this. Do you all recall when we began this that Jay was like, this isn't the big, I don't think this is a good topic. People are invested, Jay. Thank you.
It has gone better than I thought it would. Welcome Home by Cody and
Of course it does. It's
Cambria.
a Courtney's Corner. How does it not go better?
Because sometimes they suck, but they used to kick ass. No, I'm saying they do.
Sometimes they suck. That is so sweet. That is so
D
nice.
Lucky says we hit 30
so
people, but I think that was a few minutes ago because now we're at 24. I don't know what happened.
Well, Jay started talking and then you go.
Cuz likes Bring the Noise from Anthrax and Public Enemy together.
Oh.
Anytime you can get Anthrax and Chuck D together, I am on board.
Chuck D.
Turn it up. Bring the noise. I know that one. The Duality by Slipknot is a banger, Ravin says. Again, no love for People Equal Shit. People Equal Shit, first of all, has a real statement behind it. And second of all, it's also a banger. Don Property says, at Natty Tate. If I figure out the laughing emoji on this Motorola I have all tore up, it will be game on.
Nothing like the Motorola.
Ravin says, yes, it is, Ravin. I honestly love Slipknot and don't hate any of their songs. It gets a little rough for me, but they're badasses. I love Corey Taylor. He's a badass. Norman says, you just nailed it with the Humpty Hump. Amazing.
Yes.
I think Canoeman.
He does have a great Humpty.
I think Canoeman has heard me do Humpty Hump.
You're very good at it. You sound very similar.
I was really into Digital Underground at the time. I'm talking about not just Humpty Dance, but like the whole Sex Packets thing, like Do What You Like, same song, all that kind of stuff.
Good stuff.
It's the same song. Mm-hmm. It's the same old song, y'all. Only the real OGs know that Tupac was in Digital Underground.
Really?
Yeah, it's where you got to start.
I did not know that.
Working with Humpty Hump. Yeah, they were boys for sure. I mean, Tupac's
Nice.
a bad man, obviously, and deserved to be on his own. Kinnaman, let's see, D. Lucky says, Kinnaman, I was a little gun shy. I was going to wait to 36, but that might be a little close to the sun.
Yeah, that would be very close to the sun. We wouldn't know what to do with that.
We picked up a little
Steam.
mustered up a little,
yeah.
little power here.
It's about this Courtney's Corner. I mean, what could you not enjoy
That's
here?
what it is. Cassidy B says, I like counter contrarian position. I always thought I'd have shiny happy people as my MLB walk-up music.
Walk-up music.
To mess with the pitcher.
Oh. That's a lot of thought put into that.
I saw on Reddit recently on Data is Beautiful, it's a subreddit, the most popular walk-up songs in MLB right now. And a lot of the top ones were country songs that I don't know. But like the 5th most popular was Edge of 17 by Stevie Nicks. It was
Wait a
like
minute.
8 people use that as their walk-up.
Males?
Yes. The only one's playing MLB. I was like, what?
Wait, what?
I always said that my walk-up song, we didn't have walk-up songs that I was playing, but it would have been I'll Wait by Van Halen.
Wow. What'd your dog bring to you?
Although Justin Christian, who played at Auburn, had the Jay-Z song that's like, thank you, thank you, thank you. You're all so kind. Oh, Numb. It was actually a mashup between Jay-Z and Linkin Park. Justin Christian. I thought that was the best walk-up song I'd ever heard. But I didn't want to steal his idea. One man's opinion there. Kadima says, still dozens. We are definitely there. Kadima.
Yes,
I can't believe we're still there.
It's amazing. These poor people are enduring all this.
Don says, Slipknot is awesome, but they ain't Gen X. Wait.
Wait a minute.
What's the next one after Gen X? Gen Z?
Gen Z, right?
Yeah, they might be Gen Z. But Corey Taylor's our age, isn't he?
I don't know. I'm all confused. I'm Gen X.
I gotta talk to you about this.
I'm Gen X.
Yeah, you're definitely that.
Yes, I'm Gen X.
Corey Taylor's 51 years old, guys. He was born in 1973. He is us. I say us because it's like
because
he is Gen X, 100%. And Jody was Joey was he's in the same age too. Come on now, let's get real. Let's see. Mike says we are an exclusive group of whiskey-driven deviants. I love it.
Yes.
He's fired up. Cassidy P says, well, on note, gotta bounce, y'all. Peace and hair grease. Grease. Cassidy P, great having you here, bro. Thanks for being part of our lovely community here, being part of the dozens tonight. Thank you for doing that.
It is, like 11 p.m. where he is, so.
Don says, I need to check up right now or call work regarding tomorrow. You got this, LOL. Delima? I think that Motorola is a little bit fucked up.
Motorola is a little effed up, and perhaps the bourbon he's been drinking.
Patrick says, awesome. I saw Digital Underground 87 Berkeley High Talent Show perform that song. Which one?
Oh.
Is he talking about same song, which I think was there longer. Mike says, Stevie Nicks is so freaking hot. He's definitely a Gen X guy.
Yes.
Pocket Watch says, happy to be one of the dozens.
One of the original dozens. You are definitely the baker's dozen.
I snuck one in the other day. They were talking about how great Keldrick Falk is. I said, he is awesome, and so is his brother, but he's not the coolest guy I know from Chambers County, Alabama. And that's because Pocket,
you know others from Chambers.
You are the coolest person from there.
Yes.
In my opinion.
Yes.
We love having Pocket Watch here. He's royalty. D-Leggy says, tomorrow is Friday anyway, Don. Roll.
Exactly.
Roll
we can all just push through tomorrow, right? That's why we do this on Thursdays. No matter if I have to work 12 hours, it's all good.
Yeah, that sucks.
I had to explain this to the people that work for me, that I am salaried. And therefore, when I worked a full day, I'm there from open to close, I don't get paid anymore. And they're like, what? They didn't understand this. And I'm like, yeah, that's how it works as a salaried employee.
B. Haynes is our fact checker. She says it's not Gen X to Gen Z. It's Gen X, then millennials, then Gen Z.
Oh, see, I don't know these things.
Well, B. Haynes knows shit like that.
I do know that you need to go find where the thermostat is over there because it's hot in here.
I can handle that.
Yes. That may be part of my Gen X issue. As a woman.
Courtney, why don't you go ahead and work the show while I'm gone?
No, I don't know how to do that shit.
Oh, really?
I can talk, but I don't know how to do any of this contraption with the computer.
When I talk about your job is to show up and look pretty, it's not actually just a joke.
I can still talk. I don't just have to. Maverick, quit rubbing your.
Pocket Watch says, "Are the O's fine at Blake?" Checking on the Orioles. Don Proper Dickens said, "Seated Slipknot as Gen X. Please forgive." That's
okay.
The second time tonight you've had to apologize, Don.
It's okay, Don.
I don't know how I feel about it. Adam S. jumps in to say 2025 victory lap by Fred again. By Skepta, and Plaque Boy Max. Adam, good stuff, bro. That's
yeah.
That's too new for me, but I bet you're onto something there, my man. D. Lucky says, B. Haynes, I was in the Metroplex last week. Didn't see you anywhere.
Is that in the in the Dallas? Yes.
Blake says, Pocket Watch, I hope so, but I'm ready for the season to be over. My heart can't take their shenanigans once more, talking about the Orioles. And they have been mostly disappointing this year. Charlie Morton, who's supposed to be their ace pitcher, has not been AC, but he's been a little bit better in the last month or so. Adam also adds Dreams and Nightmare by Meek Mill. Also could be a good hop-up song.
Okay.
I saw Meek Mill mentioned a few times when I checked Reddit for this to make sure I didn't lose anything. Don Proper Dickens says, left at F Friday. Friday is Don't Get Fired. Craig got fired on his day off. I told you, Craig.
Getting fired on your day off. That's pretty impressive.
You ain't got shit to do. Hey, man.
That movie is so good.
You smoking
my
my
God,
bud?
that movie's so good. You
Smoking?
like those little memes I sent you this week?
Yeah, like she sends me these AI kids that like say the words.
It's like they're like infants, like they're babies that are talking.
And it's like Big Perm, and it's like Smokey. Don't call me.
Don't call me.
Don't call me because it's gonna mess me up. I gotta take my mom to work, man.
You big perm, big worm.
No. She wants me to just go with her by myself. Do you lucky I was when Pocket Watch showed up and pulled me back.
Ah, nice.
What else we got? Norman's still here. Norman's our first chatter tonight. I love that you said contraption. That is hilarious. I was born in 1972. There you go.
Yes. Norman, you are a fucking baller.
Courtney loves the word contraption. Yeah.
I do love contraption.
Well, Courtney's a 73 baby, but I'm a 72 baby.
Well,
so.
I mean, come on now. This is literally the same.
So I get it, Norman. Mm-hmm. I didn't know that. Norman's the stock's trending up on him. It's getting hot in here, so hot, so take off all your clothes.
I'm gonna take my clothes off.
That is that Usher? I think it's Usher.
I think you're right.
Could be Nelly.
I think it is. I can't verify that.
Maddie, you might like this one. Adam says Sicko Mode by Travis Scott. We know that
our daughter is a Travis Scott fan.
She loves Travis Scott. She had a flag that she used to have pinned on her wall. It was like the Astro World thing.
Yes.
Sweet Cindy said, try being a White Sox fan.
Okay.
Hey, the Pope's a White Sox fan.
That is true.
I saw one of those things.
I mean, you do have blessings coming your way, right?
There's no doubt about it. That's a great way to do it. They're terrible, though. The White Sox are absolutely dog shit this year. I hate it. Because I like when the White Sox are good. Do you like it? Says, I wasn't going to point it out, Blake. Thought you forgot to leave. Oh, we got one for you here, Courtney. Hype songs are tough. I love Party Like a Rock Star for Personal. Gets me hyped even when we're about to get blowed out.
Okay.
I love it, and I love this. Look at that.
Party
I think he's been
lobster.
drinking tonight.
Yes.
Canoeman says it's Nelly. Okay, thank you. Hot Beer is Nelly.
I do like Nelly. That's one of my favorite songs.
I met Nelly. He is a Missouri fan. He's from St. Louis. And when Auburn played Missouri, he was on the field, and I met him.
Jay and I were having a discussion at lunch today, actually, about what is your absolute favorite song. That's really hard.
That?
Huh?
Did you think about that?
It's really hard to narrow that shit down. Your favorite song. If you had to pick one, you are at heaven's doorstep, and the Lord is like, what is your favorite song to enter these gates? And you have to give one. That's a hard thing to come up with.
Oh, so
it's something I need to think about.
Did you come up? Did you?
I mean, it's probably still Peter Gabriel. I mean, I'm sorry, but it probably is.
In your eyes?
In your eyes. I know it's like a girly song or whatever, but I just like it. It makes me feel really good every single time I hear it. It makes me feel good. So that would probably be what I would have to say.
By the way, Nelly was born in Texas, but he grew up in St. Louis. So
He's old as hell like us.
He was wearing
I did not know he was that old.
Yeah, he was wearing a gold Missouri sweatshirt when I met him, and I said, are you a Missouri fan? He goes, I'm from St. Louis. And I was like, oh, word, shit, okay. I should have said, you're from Texas, bro. Mm-hmm. He might have punched me in the fucking face, but that would have been all right.
Oh, that would have been nice, right?
Let's see. Conimman says the Rockies are even worse. The Rockies are bad. They are bad. Ms. D. Lucky used the word commotion with a teenager tonight, and I said there was no chance that kid had any idea what it meant.
What she was talking about?
Is commotion really like, that's old person?
Yes, they probably don't have no idea what that's about. That's kind of like, I can't think of anything else that would be.
Sweet Cindy says, True Blake Robinson, but remember the Jim Palmer Orioles and Earl Weaver. White Sox went from the early 1900s to 2005 between World Series rings. Yeah, the White Sox were happy to get that title in 2005 for sure with Ozzie Guillen. And you say Earl Weaver. I actually played an Earl Weaver snippet for you earlier. He was the guy that did the fake call-in show.
Yes. Oh my gosh, that was awful here.
It was funny. He said, you better worry about getting a prick stuck in you soon here, honey.
We were talking about earlier about Nelly, and there was a song that I said I really love, and I played it for you, and you were like, I don't know that I've ever heard this, and it's Just a Dream by Nelly, and I love that song too. It's not it's not my ultimate favorite, but it is another song that makes me feel really good when I listen to it.
D. Lucky says, God Only Knows by the Beach Boys. I'm assuming he's talking about his favorite song ever.
God Only Knows by Beach Boys.
That's a great song. I mean, it's an amazing song. My number one song ever was Everybody Wants to Rule the World. I think that's the greatest song I've ever heard.
I don't get it, but that's okay.
And I had to choose between that and Money for Nothing and Master of Puppets.
Those three. None of those three appeal to me at all, but that's great, and I love that we have differences.
Yeah, Everybody Wants to Rule the World is fucking amazing. And I told you guys in the story before, they love the way their vocals sounded when they recorded that in a bathroom. So the version that you've all heard, that's like the great song from 1985, they recorded the vocals in a bathroom. Like, very small area, sitting on the toilet. Probably not shitting or pissing, but singing a song.
Yeah.
How about that, huh?
Don
says, I ain't effing with favorite song. Peter Gabriel, however.
I know, but I'm a girl. Like, it's okay. Like, I'm allowed to have a girly song.
I do love Come and Get It by Selena Gomez. I love Selena Gomez. I have a huge crush on her.
Jay does.
If you want to come and get it.
We do have a video of Jay of dancing this in the kitchen.
No, I think it's in the bedroom.
We might have to. No, it's in the kitchen. It was in the kitchen at Winfrey. And we definitely have to. That would be a pay-per-view.
Canoe says, my go-to hype song is The Sounds of Silence.
No, it is not.
Sweet Cindy says, the White Sox are celebrating the 05 series this weekend, remembering the late, great Bobby Jenks, who passed away from cancer.
Oh.
Yeah, he was their closer back then. He was fun to watch, man. He was kind of semi-fat, but he could throw that ball 100 miles an hour. He was a bad, bad man. Cuz agreed that the Bobby Jenks news was sad. Yeah, it was tough. I think he was very popular. And he was...
I said, Jay, there's no way this is a real thing we're listening to.
What are you talking
about? When we were listening to the thing earlier.
Oh, the Earl Weaver?
Yes.
Yeah. Check that out on YouTube if you haven't checked it out. He has a Coach's Corner. It's obviously not real.
Thank you, Don. Don, thank you.
Let's see. He says, Peter Gabriel or Phil Collins not in the air tonight? Might be the greatest ever, and that's as subjective as it gets. Hold on.
Don's been drinking.
What does this mean? Phil Collins, I hate... In the Air Tonight is my least favorite song from the 80s. I fucking hate that song.
I know.
I hated it from the first time I heard it. I hate it now.
What about Susudio? I know B-Man hates it.
I mean, it's not the worst song I've ever heard, but it's not good. We were listening to VJ Big Top 40 on Sirius, and it was the number one song this week in 1985, and I was just like, guys, we got to do better, man. Susudio is not a good song. It's not that good. Should have been top 10, but not number one. It's hard for me to fuss about shit that happened in 85, though. By the way, we're coming up on the 40-year anniversary of Live Aid.
Oh, I remember you saying that the other day.
I believe it's on July 13th.
Not 40th anniversary. That's not fair.
Hey, I think it's July 14th.
Hey, Bev, how you doing? You good boy?
July 13th, 1985. I was at summer camp. And this is true. Yeah, this is how shit used to
I was
work.
at band camp.
I was at summer camp chasing bitches. I was actually pulling back in '85, and
Oh, Mike, I agree with you. The Sounds of Silence is depressing.
my mom sent me a letter. This is what we used to do in the '80s. My mom sent me a letter giving me the highlights of the Live Aid performances. Because I wasn't going to talk to her on the phone.
That's true.
We
You
didn't have
didn't
cell
have no
phones.
internet.
No internet. So I got a letter like 2 days later that said, here are the good things that happened. Simon the Bond blew a fucking note in A View to a Kill. I've got the tape for you as soon as you get home. And when I got home, I had to, yeah.
Hey, that is a very good mom right there. That is a very good mom. Because
She's
she
the
knew it was
same-
important to you.
She's the same mom that bleached my hair.
She knew it was important to you, and so she listened to it and recorded it for you and gave you a rundown. I mean, that's a good mom.
Let's see. Ravin says, feelings on invisible. Hey, don't bite that. Feelings on invisible touch.
Okay, so
It's okay.
I used to, back in the day, I did like some Genesis. I did like some Phil Collins. Now listening back, I'm like, why did I like that?
To be fair, we listened to Enya in like 92, 93, 94.
I still like Enya.
Do you?
Enya is similar to Bob Ross. I want to listen to Enya when I want to like relax and go to sleep.
Enya's not good. I listen to Enya now and I'm like, I can't believe that I like this. But
Well, here's the other thing.
here it comes.
Enya was not only a sleep aid, but could have perhaps been a
A fuck aid?
no, that's not the right way to put that.
Conjugal aid?
No, an erotic,
That sounds like Showtime.
auditory erotic. I don't know how to phrase that.
It gets you in the mood.
There you go. It would put you in the mood to fornicate.
Sweet Cindy says, of the songs you have listed, only Thunderstruck. I'm an 80s style rocker, but the great thing about music is there's something for everyone.
That is true.
Thunderstruck is actually
I agree with you,
came out in the 90s, but I do agree that it sounds 80s for sure. And Sirius came out in the 80s too, but that's not rock really. And then Bones is like early 90s. I don't know. I don't even listen to Courtney's shit, whatever.
What?
Adam continues to just kick out spitters right here. We Ready by Archie Eversole.
Huh?
I don't know.
I don't know that.
I don't know that one either. Kanuma says, wait, Miss Tate knew what a rundown is? I've been trying to figure out what a rundown was since The Office came out. We got to get you on the rundown. Have you ever been on the rundown?
I have attended the rundown. I don't
haven't
know that I
actually
have
been on it?
participated on it. I mean, if Jeffrey Lee can participate, I know I can.
How about you? You did a great job. Studio, Don says, is not top 10 Exodus on Spring, but easily top 200 music of all time. I can barely type LOL. Yeah, you're not making a lot of sense.
Don, I appreciate your participation, but it's okay to give up. It's okay.
Sweet Cindy says, fuck aid works. That's kind of what I was going with the Enya. I was going to say Anya. Enya.
Yeah, that's true.
Let's be real. I mean, back in those days, I was trying to bed you.
Yeah,
And I
well-
was not successful initially. So
No, but you had your like whole sound system.
yeah.
Yeah.
Honey, you know what I was trying to do?
You were trying to woo me. That's what we're gonna say. Woo me is the best phrase to be used there.
Yeah, man. We'll call it that if you want to. Let's see. Melee says, I thought Rundown was press, eating wangs, and jabbering.
That is true.
That is fair.
That is fair.
That's fair. Norman says, I agree. We Ready is great. Can't believe we missed that. I don't know that song. I do know a song by Boston called We're Ready. That's about all I can say. Ravin says, Courtney, saying that is like the folks on the Oregon Trail looking back now and saying, those Conestoga wagons really weren't that great.
Ravin, here's again, he's trying to fight with me, right?
Why does he do
Pretty
this?
sure because he likes it. He likes to know there's just a little tinge of animosity.
Oh.
Yeah, I think he likes it.
When I hang out with Ravin and his wife, I just do what she tells me to do. Maybe that's why he likes you.
I mean, yeah.
She's a teller.
It's okay. It's also great because you can be a keyboard warrior, right? But in person, things may change.
Let's see. Runner 24 says Enya was only good for dry humping. Enya might have also been good for wet humping. But It took me a while to get in with Courtney. Courtney had this thing about we're not going to... Okay,
quiet time.
Wait.
Quiet
Quiet
time.
They weren't going to put out? Whatever. It was
Quiet
like...
time.
It's a long time ago. I don't remember, guys. It was a long time.
Exactly.
Do you like this is panty dropper is the phrase you were looking for. Panty dropper. Panty dropper is when I'm singing at the karaoke.
Jesus.
What did I sing that dropped the panties last time?
Nothing. You sang, but I don't think there were any panty droppers going on.
I don't remember what I sang.
But I really appreciate your effort.
Thank you. Sweet Cindy says, woo is code for something else. Courtney, that's you. Adam S says, Kid Rock, bob with a dob, a bong, bang, a jiggy, jiggy, bong, bong, da bang. I know that. When he sang that at Woodstock 99.
I do like, that is like the only thing I like out of him. And other than that, Kid Rock can shut the fuck up. But other than that.
Well, Kid Rock sometimes hangs out by us, though, right? Because
Exactly.
he hangs out with Hank Jr. down in Orion, Alabama, which is about 25 miles south of us here in Hampstead, Alabama. So I got respect for him. And also Kid Rock. I'm a Troy fan when I'm not an Auburn fan.
And wait. Rephrase that.
Auburn sympathist?
No. You are an Auburn fan. Your second obligation is to...
Transylvania University?
No.
You?
South Alabama.
South Alabama Jaguars. I mean, my daughter's not there anymore.
Yes, but I mean, we paid tuition for a while, so like...
Anyway, I like the Troy Trojans. I've been to a lot of games.
Yes.
And
we like the Sun Belt. Sun Belt they're fighters.
They play some hard knocking football.
Yes.
But
the SEC doesn't know what's coming to them.
Kid Rock will wear a Troy jersey somewhat often when he's playing.
Okay.
Because he likes the Troy Trojans.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's see. Sweet says, Jay, new hockey fan. Did you like a team before the Kraken? I'm a Blackhawks fan. Last 8 years have been painful. Yeah. The 8 years before that were really good. But yeah, 8 years have been shitty. I got this at Ross Dress for Less for $30 or $25. And I wear it on the show to just dunk on Courtney all the time because she likes to make fun of me for shopping at Ross Dress for Less. I don't know one player on the Kraken. And I'm not even really a fan of the Kraken, but I do like the jersey. And I thought it was the right price. She likes to shop at TJ Dress for More. I like to shop at Ross Dress for Less.
What I think is really funny is that Jay buys this and he doesn't give a shit about it, but he wears it just to piss me off.
Not really piss you off.
Well, to irritate me.
Yeah.
Irritate me.
Blake says it was nostalgic with Jay Lee on the rundown. I was like a kid in the ball pit at McDonald's with him back on.
Blake, that is a great descriptor.
Yeah.
Yes, a kid in the ball pit at McDonald's like that because the ball pits don't exist anymore.
I mean, me and Jay Lee are back on the same team, and it's amazing, dude. We'll probably try to get Hoke.
I think it is amazing that you all are co-workers.
Yeah.
Yes, I think that's amazing.
Yeah, he's awesome.
He is a great guy.
And I've really enjoyed working with Hoke, too. Don says, rundown is definitive. Stops me from heading over to fucking anywhere midsummer. Courtney, what is he talking about? I don't even... Great job, Don. That was really insightful. Ravin says, you know I'm just playing around. Courtney,
I know.
Do you know
he knows
that?
No, I don't know that. But next time, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Says, I was at Kid Rock's new bar last night.
Oh, that's in the Nash Vegas.
I did not know that.
Yes, he has a new bar in the Nash Vegas. The other person that has a new bar in Nash Vegas, do you know who that is? A collective.
It's a collective?
It's two very important folk.
Dolly?
Huh? Well, Dolly has a hotel coming.
Reba?
I don't know about that. No, it has nothing to do with Nash Vegas.
Okay.
It is somebody that you thoroughly enjoy.
Jenna Fisher.
The Snoop Dogg.
Snoop Dogg?
Yes, Snoop Dogg has a bar there, along with, I believe...
Oh, boy.
I cannot remember. I don't want to say who his other partner is, but I know it's Snoop.
All right, I want to go through these messages from Dawn here. We got an I. We got I'm supposed to report TT. Tommy Tuberville. I'm supposed to report the Colos. And then he just says, fuck T. Don, I don't know.
Just put the Motorola down. Just put the Motorola down.
Runner24 says, let's go ahead and skip adding Hope to the rundown. After all, the insult to the rundown is boring as just a pot. I think that was just the girl named Becca, and I think she was just having fun.
It's okay. Everybody has to throw a little shade when you're adversaries, but now you're part of the team, and so, it's all good.
Ravin says, I was shocked to hear how long it had been since Jay Lee had been on the show. It was like riding a bike. The reason it's like riding a bike is because I still talk to him all the time. Caleb still works around him all the time. And, of course, B-Matt talks to him, too. So,
I mean, it is a very, like, intricate, like, weird web that B-Matt, Jay Lee, and JG have
and Jason
created.
Caldwell, right? Because
well, no, the three of you.
he's part of our crew, too. We like
yes, no, I'm saying the three of you have a intricate web throughout the years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Me and Jay Lee and B-Matt kind of have a similar...
Everybody's been somebody's boss at some time, pretty much.
Well, we have a similar way of joking, and Jason is maybe a little different than we are.
That's okay.
He's a little more wholesome than we are. Mm-hmm. Me and Jay Lee in particular are very, very dirty talking. Mm-hmm. I think B-Matt appreciates that, even though he's not a dirty talker. And then Jason's, he's probably better than us. But that's okay. That's okay. It's okay. We love Jason.
Everybody has their part and their role.
Let's see. Kanuma says Garth and Trisha. Do they have a bar there?
I don't know. They may.
Mike says Enya pales in comparison to Sarah McLachlan. He's talking about Sarah McLachlan. Boy, she had like a 5-year run where she was hot. But
yeah.
That's over. I kind of don't miss her. Don says, supports to report to Coliseum tomorrow mid-morning for 8th grade cheer camp. Wish me luck, LOL.
Are you talking about Garrett Coliseum?
Which Coliseum are you talking about? G?
God bless. I am sending you prayers for
Kanuman
that.
says Snoop and Ice Cube?
Ice Cube. Thank you, Kanuman. You are correct.
O'Shea Jackson? Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Wow.
Next time we go to Nash Vegas, we are hitting that shit. There's
Don says, Briard EC. And then he comes back to say, Briard Evs AO.
Just pass by what Don said.
Haley says, oh yeah, Briard Evs. He's got it. He 100% loves it. It's just love, can't type, LOL. Nayla says, say hello to the curtain, Don Proper Ticket.
Don, I love you. This is classic.
Maddie T says, smash that like button, blenders.
Please, somebody.
Kanuman says, Friends in Low Places bar was there last night, too. I didn't know that they had one. That's pretty cool.
They got all this shit up in the... every time we drive through there are cranes, like, building these monstrosities in downtown Nashville. Well, it's crazy.
What you got to do sometimes.
Why don't you have this one instead?
Okay. Ravin says, Hoke has the energy of cardboard. Your presence with him really brings an element of showman to the program. Thank you for saying that, Ravin.
We appreciate that feedback. That's very nice. Jay is probably perhaps a little more...
The only difference between me and Hoke is that I don't give a shit.
That is true.
And he does. Like,
he's younger.
He cares about his image, and I don't give a fuck anymore.
Yeah, like we're too old, and we are what we are.
I'm just here to have fun, and yeah. And Hoke likes to have fun too. He just wants. He's very careful about his image, which is good. He's younger than me. Sweet says, I thought Ice Cube's career was melting, maybe because it's summer. You get it?
Oh, I do get that.
She's not a big fan of Stop Snitching, which is one of my favorite songs.
That's a good one.
Maddie said Ravin telling the truth. Let's see what Ravin said. Oh, he's talking about Hoke. You guys,
Maddie T.
Hoke is my teammate, yo.
Yeah, he's good. He just has a different presence than Jay has.
Don says 2 likes, burner and regular. Why?
Oh my Lord.
Don is.
Thank you, Don. We'll take whatever likes we get.
Ravin says Hoke just needs to get a little more excited about his content.
Well, it's just a different presentation, right? It's a different presentation.
Sweet says, what are you guys drinking? Me, Ezra Brooks, Cask Strength. That's a good one. We're drinking...
Unfortunately, we've had a little too much of the Old Fourth Distillery.
Straight bourbon whiskey.
Yeah, of 119 proof. We opened this tonight. Yeah. Maybe we've had a little too much. We probably had...
Yeah, we were
a third of the bottle?
We were drinking this earlier, Sweet.
Yeah.
Actually, that's what we're drinking right now. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
I gave it a 3.5 out of 4. That's a pretty good grade.
It is a delicious bourbon. I'm very happy with it.
By the way, our top pours, which I don't think I've showed this graphic
this time, yeah.
These are the top ones that we have done since our show rebooted maybe, I don't know, 25 shows ago? Something like that.
So now our Peerless Rum Finish and this Old Fourth tie.
Yeah, how are we going to handle that?
We're going to have a tie-off.
A tie-off? Between the Old Fourth and Peerless Rum Finish.
I mean,
Yeah,
that's the only way to find out who is favored more by the Tates.
Yeah, we're going to have to do it, I guess.
Yeah, it's the only way to do it right.
Word.
I'm going to have to write that down because I'm
By
not
the way,
going to
our
remember it after this show.
The number 3 bourbon there, the OFBS 128 MCC pick, Courtney insisted that we pound it and finish it. So now we don't have any.
Oh, well.
So it's like saying that a dodo bird is your favorite bird and you don't even have one to look at. It's
I
over.
mean, these days, they can bring shit back. I mean, I saw Jurassic Park.
Look at this.
They just go get DNA from a rock and you got it,
That
right?
was one of my favorite documentaries of all time. Sweet says, love Old Forester 1920 is my favorite.
Sweet, you and our sisters
That is her
or
favorite,
brothers,
too.
either way.
She loves 1920.
That is like my go-to fave. Mm-hmm. And as I say, it's my go-to fave if I want to get effed up real quick because it doesn't take a lot to get me there.
Cousin says, Old Miss drunk. Don might be there.
Don might be there. That is true.
And Revenge said tie off as far as Peerless Rum Finish going head to head with the
Revenge.
Old Fourth.
We're not. I think Revenge trying to be inappropriate here, and I'm very offended.
By the way, Courtney doesn't even know this, but the bunker kind of goaded me into buying these pictures from Milana Vaintrub today.
Goaded you into buying it. Oh my shit.
Yeah, that's what they did. I don't have them yet.
I can't wait to see these.
But you have to. What you do is she's raising money for the fire victims. Okay.
Flirty, feisty, or fancy.
Yeah.
So feisty would be she's showing her vag.
I don't know. We're gonna find out when I get the
hope not.
photos. I will send them to you. Well, she promised me that I had to promise her.
She
Yes.
personally promised you.
She said you can't cheat now. Is what it said, something like that. But I don't even have the pictures yet. Let me see.
Is
if
she
they've come
even
in.
cute?
Yes.
Oh, she is?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Let me see if the pictures came in. I thought it was one of those deals where like
boy, I really hope so.
no.
Oh.
There's my order, but it doesn't.
Oh,
You can write it off. It's tax. It's tax
we're sending
deductible.
this to CPA.
It's tax deductible. I'm serious. I'm not joking.
We talked about it on the Bourbon Blend, so it's for sure tax deductible.
The guys in the bunker said,
I mean, of course they did.
Don's back, Courtney. He says, too much. You'll never believe how much. Thank you, Bourbon Blend. You got me right where I need to.
Cheers to that.
Do like he says, a man of the people, Commodore. Yes. They asked me to do it. Well, they didn't really ask me, but they said that maybe it would be a good idea if I did it. And so I'm still waiting on them to come through. You literally do have to sign off.
I'm very confused. What do you have to sign off on?
You got to agree that you're not going to share the pictures. It's just for you, okay?
Oh my God! So it's like Jay, I'm saying this just to you because
No.
you're the only important person in my life.
No, I think they're going to watermark them. It said they were watermarking them so that if like the picture shows up on the internet, they know who let it out or whatever.
This is so creepy.
I told the bunker that I would give them a scouting report. And the scouting report on that girl is big boobies. Is the scouting report.
Then I know you're gonna like that. So
See, look, Mike knows. He says AT&T girl has some fine titties.
Oh Lord
That's
Jesus!
gonna be a good scouting report right there. Blake says, "All right, I really hate to go and miss the breadstick pics, but I'm gonna go to sleep." Love you guys, Jay and Courtney, and blenders and bunkers and corners. Good night. There he is. Blake's out.
Corners. That's a new one. I like that.
We have not done the breadstick picks, which is kind of a tradition around here, so I will go ahead and do it because I love them.
I mean, it's 2.5 hours in. Like it's
There's
probably about
Courtney,
that time.
And there's real Courtney. This is her every week. It's amazing.
It still makes me laugh every time.
The picture on the left is real, and the picture on the right is
Oh, it's not real? The picture on the right's not real. Are you sure?
real, but it's a pretty good approximation.
I do love how they like get the background shit done. Like
Yeah, it's close, isn't it?
it's pretty damn close.
Yeah, I don't know. There weren't scissors there. I think it's just Maddie's keys, but that's okay. Let's see. Sweet says the AT&T woman is pretty hot. Yeah, I'm waiting to get these pictures.
Wait, what?
The AT&T girl is the person whose pictures I'm getting.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. You didn't know?
Jay's always thought she was cute.
Yeah, I told you. You think she's cute? That's
But-
her right there.
That's her?
Yeah. So
What's her name?
Milana.
That doesn't sound
Milana
right.
Vaintrub. So what you do is you give her this. I gave her this amount of money. Don't say what it is.
Holy shit!
It's tax deductible, and then it's going to the people on the fires, the people that lost all their shit in the fires. It's completely
What's
all the money.
fancy mean? I'm confused.
Well, you get more pictures and you get a Polaroid, which I didn't feel like that was. You want to pay that?
A Polaroid, like in the mail?
Yeah.
Like old days?
Yeah.
Like, oh.
I'm not paying
No, you're not paying that. Wow.
But, yeah. I'm kind of hoping that this picture right here has a little something right there. But, I mean, it's for the kids. You know? We're doing it for the fire kids. I mean, seriously.
Fire kid.
I'm serious. I mean, it's all about the kids.
I mean, is she also going to... Wait, this is going to be successful. So then next time she's going to do it for, like, the flood victims in Texas, right?
Yes.
She's literally going to do it for the kids
And
then.
I think she should show more there. Mike says, Courtney is an OnlyFans, free money. Courtney, there's your chance.
Definitely.
Onlyforfans.com.
Because nobody's going to want to see... Everybody's going to be like, yes, I want to see her feet.
Kanuman says she was in Silicon Valley, the great TV show on HBO or HBO Max.
The AT&T bitch
Milana,
was?
yeah. Briefly.
Oh, wait, you're like, oh, of course she was. I'm concerned about how much research you've done.
No, I mean, I remember. Do you like this facts? The Kanuman has the Satanist girlfriend.
Okay.
See, everybody knows. Oh, Don's back. I will never not LOL at Courtney AI short stacking the Alfredos.
That is not Alfredo, goddammit. That is chicken scampi.
Oh, I was going to say, it is Alfredo, isn't it?
No.
Apparently, Do you like you got a tax deductible laugh out of that? It is actually, because it's completely for philanthropy.
Well, wait, no, but not only that, but I mean, like we've discussed it on the air, so it is tangible that we have expended this
I was going to send
expense.
them to you anyway, but...
You have discussed that you were going to discuss this. I'm not concerned about it. I'm not butthurt.
And a run of 24 says big boobs will save the world.
I mean...
They already have in a lot of ways.
Those are just facts, right? Mm-hmm. All right, I got you. So where are your breadstick pics, Jay?
Hey, let's put a 1 in the chat if you like big boobs. Okay? All right.
I feel like nobody's going to respond because nobody likes them.
Nobody likes big boobs.
Nobody likes big boobs. So.
Let's see. So that's Courtney, and then we have a picture of me just partied out. And we also
Wait, go back to it.
Oh, yeah. Here we go.
My favorite part of this is you can see where he put his elbows up on the water, on the edge, and the water's like spraying out from his elbow on the left. Because he is just done. He's done. That is party out.
I wonder if this was the day where we saw all that shit going down, and I was just...
Yes, that is the day.
Guys, the day that this happened, we saw so much shit go on. Let's see. Hold on.
We got a lot of ones coming in.
Yeah, Runner 24 jumped in. D Lucky jumped in. Sweet says, boobs are overrated. Booties are where it's at.
Okay. I mean, that's fair. Everybody's got their thing.
Well, you've got a nice booty, too. I can be either or with you. That's the great thing. Knuman says 1. Okay. He's also a fan. Don says, please, dear goodness, be comfy.
Nurturing. Is that what he's looking for? Is he looking for...
Mike says 1. He's a fan. Don says, happen to like them biggins. And then he rephrases and say biggins.
Biggins.
Even though that's what it said anyway. Knuman says, I like big butts and I cannot lie.
That is true.
Cindy.
That's some facts.
More mix a lot. I'd love to hear that. And then Don just says, gee. Or gee.
Don, you're a freaking trip tonight. Like.
Oh, hold on. He says, Gen X equals careful, we go.
Don, wrap it up with the Motorola.
Look what you've done to this guy. Wagoy.
Oh my God.
Wagoy. Wow. Let's see.
Wow.
Sweet says, Knuman, how do you feel about tight, perfect booties?
Oh.
Knuman, putting Knuman on the spot here.
Oh, come on, Knuman. I need a response.
Knuman is definitely not anti-perfect booty. I can guarantee that. I've not asked him this.
I mean, what gentleman is not? Correct?
Look at Melee. He comes back with a boomerang. Says, Bierf Eefs. That was from like an hour ago.
That is beautiful.
Hey, Melee, post that on the bunker tomorrow for me, bro, so I don't forget it. Bierf Eefs. Oh, my God. What was he even trying to say? Beef ears? Like, I don't even know what he was trying to say.
It's not even eats. It's eaves.
Irvin says, how many thumbs does this guy chat with? This is one of those. This is gonna be the if a bour from us.
You're making me cry.
And also, Cuz says Pedra 80s.
Oh my lord.
Hold on, he's back. Don says Gen X. We go each way. Baka. Baka. Runner 24 says, can't decide if it's not enough or too many thumbs. Canoeman back to perfect booties. Love them. Also enjoyed bouncing quarters off him at Sweet Sydney. Wow.
I mean, those are facts.
Is that an offer?
I mean, like, donk.
Or is that a request, I should say? Excuse me.
I mean,
Could be an offer, I guess. Canoeman's getting a big kick out of Ravin.
All right.
All right, you think we're about time, Courtney?
I think we're about time because my cheekbones are hurting from this shit.
Melee, Beerf, Earths, Eefs.
Eves.
Beerf, Eefs.
Beer for Eves.
That is, of course, Don Properdickin, as spoken by Melee. That's good stuff right there. Sweet says, I get it, Canoeman, you are an equal opportunity booty.
That's
man.
true.
I feel like we kind of all are.
Yeah. I mean, I appreciate a good booty on a woman. I'm not going to hit it, but like I appreciate somebody who has worked hard to get that. Not the fake shit though. The fake shit doesn't count. The like implants and went to the plastic surgeon, that shit doesn't count. But if like you worked it at the gym, that's impressive.
Like Missy Elliott work it.
Yeah.
I always liked hair, so I would take hair over boobs and booty.
Okay.
I'm just telling you. Hair and a pretty smile, like a happy smile.
It's a good thing I don't have that.
You have great hair and you have an amazing smile.
It depends on the day.
You also happen to have great boobies, but you just got those for free. You didn't have to work for those.
For what?
Your big boobies.
I mean,
You just
it's kind of genetic.
You got it. You hit the genetic jackpot.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was nice. All right, well, we're gonna probably wrap it up there, guys. D Lucky's game recognized game.
True.
I guess he's talking about Melee. Just giving him the beer earths.
The beer earths. Wait.
And now he's back. He says, fuck OT. He wants to just work his 75th hour at the 40-hour range is what he wants to do.
Yes.
But D Lucky says game recognized game, and I think that's a great way to end it tonight. We've had an incredible show. I think we got up to 33, 32.
I don't know, but we definitely had dozens. Perhaps in the last few minutes we happened to lose some people.
I was kind of making fun of you about the hype songs, and it ended up being a huge hit.
Every time you make fun of me, it ends up being... yeah.
I should have learned this by now.
It's okay.
Let's see. Sweet says, glad I found you guys. Lots of fun. I don't know how you found us, but we're glad to have you here, and I hope that you check us out.
And I apologize on our behalf for what you witnessed tonight. We appreciate it if you would like to join us again. But we also understand if you do not.
Cuz says, cheers all. We're glad to have Cuz still here with us tonight. We're going to probably see Cuz tomorrow night.
I know. Do you have anything left in your glass? We all done. Thank you, Jesus.
We
drank a lot tonight, so I apologize on our behalf. And thank you all for joining us.
Mike says Courtney likes a firm butt, right, JGT?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he has a
Courtney,
firm butt.
may I?
He has a very firm butt.
No, Courtney.
Yes, he has a very firm butt.
Ravin says, great show. Can't wait for next week. Look at that, Ravin.
Oh, shit. We got to do something next week, too?
I got it. We got more stuff coming in, girl.
Yes. I mean, football season is coming up, but...
I think we'll be able to find a way to get it done this year, right? Because we do the show here now.
That's up to you.
We do the show in our house
That's
now.
up to you.
Okay, anyway, guys. Thanks for hanging out with us. We will see you guys next
Thursday, 8 Central.
8 Central for another bourbon blend. Thank you guys for being here. Legends, dozens.
That's right.
Okay, do you want me to finish it?
Cheers.